y'all doing, everybody? It's your girl, it's the Mule. I am going to try to copy this link and put it in the chat. Mhm. Hey, my beautiful sister Tequila. Hey, hey, my beautiful sis girl. So, I have this little conversation I want to have with everybody, and it's called Mister, right? I've been on these YouTube things, platforms, and the scariest thing for me is I keep on seeing these guys, and to me, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. To me, these guys who seem like they are fine, upstanding citizens, right? But whenever they talk about their wives, it seems like to me when they get ready to talk about their wives, it's like they turn into the lowest of low life of guys to me.
Um,
You know,
they just change. I could imagine they
let
probably
me
like.
take you.
At some point, you realize your daughter's taking the last ride on your shoulders.
Okay, so sorry about that. But anyway, these guys change and they get up here and they seem like they're such well respected people. But when they talk about their wives, they automatically go to reverting to um if it I feel like this, if it was my husband talking to me the way they talk about their significant others, I think I would feel like, God damn, why would you don't want to talk to me like this? Why would you want to play me like this? Yeah, this is my first time trying to stream. I'm actually on the Argument League, I think now, and on my channel. Hey Tequila, you're on my channel, but I'm also on the Argument League, I think. So let me pull that up too. So Tequila is over at me, and let me see. I don't know how I'm gonna watch both chats. I don't know. This is gonna be really confusing. Let me see. So yeah, the name of the title is "Do Men Really Want to Be Mister?" So yeah. So anyway, if you guys could just come through, but what I want to say is I'm only streaming on the Argument League because my brother Suave has been really working hard, y'all. So I don't want his Haitian not to have no circulation or whatever. Not that I have any amount of followers actually, but I do still want to keep it some type of entertainment on over there. So hit the link, Tequila. I just feel some kind of way. Like these guys, you be thinking, oh, he's a decent guy. Oh, he's a family man. And they'll brag, I've been married 19 years, I've been married 23 years. And you think, oh, okay, this is a respectable brother, right? And then all of a sudden they start shitting on the women later. Like, they're like, I wish my wife would. I wouldn't care if it's my way or the highway. If she don't do this here. And I'm like, all these guys seem like they want to be Mr. off the color purple. Like they want their wives to be silly, not to have any input, not to matter. If my husband talked about me the way they talk about their wives, I would feel so ashamed. I would feel so lesser than. And I just don't I don't think this is real life. I just don't think that this is how relationships work. I really just can't see it. But it's happening over and over and over. And I keep saying I don't want to get into that gender war, right? I want to kind of be above it. But I heard on a panel the other day, it's like to combat the gender war, it's almost like you put yourself in it. I think that these brothers are really angry about a lot of things, and I'm not going to take and say some of the things they feel are valid. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to knock that, but I do want them to know that the way they're coming off when they're saying, um, "I'm the leader of the family. It's my way of the highway," or "She got to get with my program." It's like what? Like I don't want a partner. I'm the head, and she got to listen. Like, where does shit come from? This is not real relationship type shit. It's really not. And I think they do a disservice to the younger people because women are being scared off like, well, damn, if I gotta, be abused and talked to like that, shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't about to go through that. And then you have men who think, oh, well, that's how I'm supposed to talk to women. This is really like crazy to me. You know, for a normal relationship, you should have respect both ways. If you're not with a man who you can respect, then you shouldn't be with him. And it goes the same other way. If you're not with a woman who you can respect, you shouldn't be with her. If you can't value these people's opinions, their thoughts, their passions, their loves, their likes, their dislikes, I mean, we're all just human beings trying to make it in this world. And it just seems to me that right now, the way this YouTube stuff is going, is really putting normal against abnormal. I have not met that many men in my personal life that are this angry or upset with humans as I do on YouTube. On YouTube, all the men hate the women. On YouTube, all of the men want women to be their slave or their subject at their beck and call, right? But in real life, that shit is not true. And I just don't understand how to combat it, honestly, without falling into the gender war. It's like when you try to fight against it to bring some normalcy, it's almost like I get dragged into the whole cursing out men, right? Or going against men, right? Because they have so much hate and disdain for the regular woman, right? But I think they have that much because they've just been lied to. Or women have so much hate and disdain for the men because the men talk so much shit. Like they don't want a friend, they don't want a partner, they don't want a lover. They want somebody that's gonna be their slave, that's gonna bow down to them. That's just not reality. Nobody wants to be that. And I think in this desperation, you're having these women who are like, oh, well, let's practice be more feminine. Let's practice this. But how long can you practice being fucking fake? That's what I really want to get to. How long can we be pretending that you're not strong? Listen, on certain things, I'm very strong on. Certain things, I'm a crybaby. I'm very weak on, right? But am I supposed to pretend that? I mean, I'm not a one dimensional person. Most people are very multidimensional, right? So on one thing, I can be super strong and aggressive on, and another thing I can melt and just cry over, right? So what I'm trying to say is a lot of this YouTube shit that we're learning is not how humans really are. It's not how we're meant to be. I don't believe that it's one person or one sex greater than the other. I don't want us to be fooled into believing that somebody is lesser. Can y'all all please hit the like button? Please hit the like button, please, as you come in. If you could just do that for me. I don't want people being fooled that you're a mammy or a mule if you say and you can confess that you love men. Or you're a sucker or not a sucker, what they use now, a lame. Did it say lame? No, simp. I don't want you to think that you're a lame or a simp if you say you love men. I mean, if you love women. I don't want the gender war to continue, but it's something we're gonna have to figure out how to fight this shit. Um, because to me, I'm gonna be honest with you, it's too many men and women fighting each other instead of saying, I love men. I'm gonna be honest. The mule love her men. The mule love men. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I have my sisters back because it seems like the men are not really loving the women right now. But I still love my men. And I don't want men feeling like they're lame or a sucker or a simp. If you just can proudly say, I love women. What is wrong with men today on YouTube? You cannot say that you love women. You're a lame. You're a simp. You're weak. This is the gayest shit ever on both sides. I promise you. If a man cannot say, I love women, man. I love women. I love the opposite. This is just too much for me. It's like we're at a state of we, you know, the woman have to be your slave now. This is not reality. Every damn woman has to work. Every man has to work to live in today's society, right? That is going to be the norm for all of us. It's been a norm for black people. All this here hypergamy and this bullshit. I just hear so much fake stuff. I'm like Trump, fake news. I hear so much fake arguments. Well, my wife doesn't work because she has to be at my beck and call. Baby, your wife ain't never been at that woman get up and go to work and help provide for your family, just like everybody else's wife. And there's no shame to that. It's absolutely no shame to that. But what that means is you're helping provide. She's helping provide. That means you also have to help with the kids. She has to help with the kids. You guys are teammates. You guys are helping each other. You're normal. This here, where you're the bigger person and you're so much better than your spouse. Why? Why do you have to be better than your wife? Why? When you just need a partner, you just need a loved one. Let me tell y'all something, and I'm talking really directly to the men. Y'all gonna let these men selling you this fake dream really be alone and miserable. Because even if a woman is a single mom, she's gonna die with her children who she loved and raised around her. You guys are gonna be the ones by yourself, in the nursing home with nobody to care for you. And that's just the truth. Women have people who love them around them, regardless if they're married or single or widowed. A lot of times when women are even married, like a lot of my aunts and my grandmother, their husbands have been died. But guess who's still surrounding them? Their children. Can you guys say the same, that y'all gonna have this type of love and respect around you? It should not be a gender war amongst black people. It really shouldn't. But it's these false promises, this BS that you are greater and more important than your opposite. And you're not. None of us are more important than the other. Everybody have a role. And if you cannot accept your role, this is what's sad in this reality to me. This is what really truly makes me want to cry. When I hear men, especially when I hear men that I kind of think are normal, and be like, oh, did your husband give? This is a man asked me 2 days ago, Did your husband give you permission to be on YouTube? I asked him, am I 10 years old? What the hell I need permission to be? These men actually talk to you on YouTube as if you're a slave or something or a child. I don't even understand what normal human being thinks of somebody of my age that I need to ask for permission for basic things. It's just ridiculous. And these are the men who these other young men are looking up to. You know, if you watch that movie, Mister, he was mean to his wife. He was not a good person. And and then this guy named Anton Daniels, he's leading these guys to think that this is, and then he has a beautiful wife. And every now and then he puts her on camera. Please hit the like button, y'all. Um, and he brings her on camera, right? And I'm thinking, oh wow, this is a good guy. He's been married 20 years. He takes care of his kids, his family. And then the humiliation when my wife knows it's going I don't discuss shit with her. For what? She don't make no money. For what I gotta discuss something with her for? It's it's like it's my way. If she know where she could go, I don't care. Because I'm on my purpose. And I'm like, what kind of relationship you have? You know? I mean, I would not want to be with somebody who was saying they didn't care about me or didn't love me. This is some women, please don't think this is normal. It's not normal. And I'm gonna be honest with you. If my husband talked to me that way, I would be single, child. I would rather be single and happy than fucking be married and miserable. And to me, I don't care how they try to talk about my wife walk around in a Versace robe. I would throw that robe off and go get me a robe from Walmart. You hear me? And be happy and single in it. This is what I'm not fully understanding everything yet on YouTube. But what I will say is some shit just ain't normal. It's not normal for you to berate your spouse on YouTube and talk about her not having no say in nothing of your finances or anything because you're a man and she's just a woman. If this is your wife, you should respect her, man. You should respect her to the utmost, and you should not belittle her online. You should not want other men to think that it's acceptable. This is the reason why these men are turning all into incels. I promise you. They're turning into incels because guess what? They have leaders who they respect and they think that this too they should have. They too should have a slave. They don't even want a wife or a partner no more. They just want a fucking slave. I'm sorry. I was around, hey, Tequila. I'm sorry. Hey, Sister Tequila.
Hey, in my room cleaning out my closet, getting some stuff for Goodwill.
Yes, it's a worthy charity. Hey, Black
Stuff to
Zaya.
donate because I just went through some stuff with my for my daughters and together. So now I'm kind of
Yeah,
doing the
Black
same for
Dahlia
me.
says, hey, ladies, hope everyone is enjoying their day. Hope you're enjoying your day, honey. Love you. Just
Hey,
me says, a
I
woman
hope you are
can't
too.
say it either. They'll call male identify. That is exactly right. On that, is a show called Fight Club I've been watching. And they have a lot of interesting topics. But I watch it because if you watch the women, I study the women on this show. They can't even speak, y'all, when they want to speak because if they argue with somebody, they're called manly. They're ridiculed. It is, it is, and I see these beautiful girls laying in bed and just being very quiet, for fear of if they really voice their opinion, they will be teased. They will be talked over talk. Or I have actually heard this guy, Aaron, tell him shut up. I mean, they're so dismissed, right? And these are really, to me, these women are saying, pick me, I am a man. I'm gonna be honest with you. And I think, why are they so beautiful? that they would put themselves in that situation. But the whole thing is, these people really feel that this is how men should treat them. And this is scary for me, y'all. I'm so scared for our future because there's no way you can have a healthy relationship with women scared to talk. Because let me be honest with you, men need us more than they think. Women, God have given us vision. Women can see things before they happen, or see things around corners that men just can't see. We can even see when their friends are jealous of them or friends are evil, right? They don't even see it. We can look at the way a guy's friend is looking at him and be like, he not for you. They don't see it, but we can peep it. I mean, I'm just to the point where I'm so tired and overwhelmed at the way they talk about the women. They act like, hey, wisdom over feelings. They act like we just don't matter to them. And if this is going to be the future, this is really like sad to me. It's very sad. And I don't want women to think to have a husband should treat you this way. That's just not realistic. And you will not sustain. You can get married to a guy and pretend that you all of this and you don't have a voice. But when your voice needs to be heard, how are you going to manage your marriage? Because now you've been pretending that you're this person. And why would you want to be married to somebody who oppresses you? I wouldn't want to be married to somebody and they feel like I should be at their beck and call. I just wouldn't. I
You,
wouldn't feel
you know
comfortable.
what? In my opinion, I feel like a lot of these women are lost. They're lost and they have very, very low self-esteem. Um, because like you were saying, it's not that much man in the world where I would sit around and let him belittle me publicly or privately. Um, it it's not that much man in the world where I would let him tell me what I can and cannot do. Like definitely would respect his feelings. I definitely would respect what he wants, but it's not a dictatorship. We're both adults and we both have our own minds, and I want to be able to come to you and say, well, look, this is what I'm going to do, but I don't need you telling me. I don't want a man saying, well, no, you can't do it. Like that's where it's like, huh? Like it's been a long time since I've been a kid. Like, what do you mean, no?
Do you have my permission to talk right now, Tequila? What is that about? Like, what
Yeah,
type
it's
of
like,
shit is this?
Yeah, that's
Tequila,
crazy.
get off that phone. I didn't give you permission to talk.
Yeah, I would lose my mind if I had to live like that. I no, mm-mm. I'll lose my mind.
Are saying you're not feminine, you're in your masculine because you're talking out of turn. It's like, what? Am I five? Like,
Yeah,
who thinks like this? This
we're
is
all
becoming the
grown
norm on YouTube. This is the
online.
norm.
Yeah,
I
because in my oh, I'm sorry.
No, go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
I'm listening.
Now I was just gonna say because in my like you said in everyday life, like men that I've dealt with, I've never experienced that with my children's father. Yeah, what I will say is he was a bit controlling in ways, but he never told me what I can and cannot do. But he did have some controlling ways about it. But it wasn't to the point where I had to ask, could I do something? Could I ask him, can I do this? Can I do no? If I had to live like that, no, mm-mm,
And how long could
no,
you live like that? I mean, in misery.
I couldn't.
You know what I'm saying? You would
I'd be
have to
done
be
lost
in
my
a state
mind.
of misery. Y'all, please hit the like button.
Yeah,
You would have to be in a
mm-hmm,
state of misery to be on walking on eggshells with somebody who's that controlling. That is horrible.
mm-hmm,
I just couldn't see it. I can't
mm-mm.
see it. And then when they do put the wife on camera, oh my God! And I don't want to put this lady on display, y'all, but because she's a beautiful lady, but I almost cried, girl. And I promise you, I wanted to cry because I felt so heartbroken. Because I felt like the way she kept looking at him for his opinion on what she wanted to say. I felt like she was a slave, like she just not free. And that shit just took me, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
It took me back because I don't have to think about that when my husband is there, my dad's there, my father-in-law, any man who's around me. I don't have to check myself as if I'm not safe or I need permission to speak. And I feel like the woman really wasn't safe to say what she really wanted to say. And girl, that almost made me break out into tears.
Yeah, that and it's scary because it's like if she's that nervous to say something to you, what are you doing to her off camera? That's what will run through my mind. Like, are you abusing her?
And
That's what
I
makes
kind of
you
felt like
know
that. I mean, I have no proof, and I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is,
right.
for her to have to keep looking at your face to make sure she's saying the right thing, it just blew me, man. I was just like, damn, I swear to God, like I wanted to save her or something. And it doesn't matter that she's in a Versace robe. It doesn't matter how well you think you finance, because it doesn't matter. All the money in the world should not be worth somebody's freedom to just simply say
Freedom
what's
or
on their
dignity.
mind.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
feel you.
and you saying proudly
But let
about.
me.
Hmm.
Oh, I
I'm
was going to
listening.
say, let me tell you this because I was on another platform. I was on TikTok earlier today, and I guess I kind of got in a disagreement with a woman. She was a little bit older. She was in her 50s. I didn't necessarily get in a disagreement with her, so I don't want to say that. But she was speaking on a live saying like, as a woman, you don't need to expect a man to give you what you can't give yourself. She was like, I'm tired of hearing about how these young girls, and she was an older woman, I think she was in her 50s, how they think a man is supposed to pay their bills. And my thing was, well, a lot of younger girls, younger women, I would say, in my age bracket, we are some of us, not all, are going back to some of those traditional ways. It's not so much that we want a man to take care of us fully, but for me, if you want to date me, if you're courting me in a relationship, I do expect you to foot the bill. I do expect if we going out to eat that you pay for it. I mean, I'm just saying that's just my expectations when I tell a man, like if we're dating. Like so if we're in a relationship and that's my husband or something, or just the relationship, me and him, a boyfriend and girlfriend, of course I would pay for dinner sometimes. But I'm saying like during the courting stages while we're dating, I don't for me, I personally no, I'm not paying for it. I feel like for me, women are the prize. And for me, like if you want to date me, you have to show me provision. You have to show me that you're willing to provide and you're willing to protect. Like those are the kind of things I want to see before I say yes, I'll be your girlfriend and move forward. So she was like, "Well, I don't understand why women want men to take care of kids that's not theirs." And I'm like, "No, I don't agree with that. Like, of course, I don't want a man doing anything for my kids at all. I mean, they have a father. That's what their father is for. They have me. That's what I'm for. But like if we progress more than boyfriend and girlfriend and we become husband and wife, I do expect him to look out for my kids as well because now we're bound together as a family. So I'm not saying like I would put all the responsibility of my children on him, but I would expect more from him once we are married. So I don't know. What I guess some of the things that she was saying kind of hit me wrong because she was just like back in my day we called women like that gold diggers, and I'm like, to me I don't see it as gold digging. I don't know.
I don't think you are no damn gold digger. You are. We're gonna drop some real knowledge to this. Okay, we're gonna call this shit what it is. Any man who don't start off wanting to pay for dates, paying for dinner, simple stuff, run, ladies, run. If a man can't take you out, don't want to spend $1 on you now, he'll never want to. You understand?
Right.
This is the thing. The reason why men need to spend money in the beginning and show us that their money is our money is why. Because to be honest, and see, this is men that don't really know women nature. Women, we are very loving. We are very easygoing. And as long as we feel like you will take care of us, what happens, ladies? We will take care of you. And the thing is, okay, all these years my husband always have worked. Thank God, and I hope to God he doesn't have any kind of injury. But if today or tomorrow something happens and he can't work, I will promise you I will work after these 30 years, I will work 2 jobs and sell popcorn on break. You know what I'm saying? We gonna stay together
Mm-hmm.
because women gonna do what they have to do and keep it right. So this is the
Right.
reason why it's important for you to make sure you have a man who willing to spend and take care of you, because in the end, we have their back. And I'm gonna tell you, if you have a woman who really love you, she got your back to the end. And so,
That's
yes,
right.
I don't advocate for no woman. If a man not showing you he will spend his money on you, run. He is not a good man, because if he's that cheap or don't think you're worthy, he will never think you're worthy. That's just the truth. If he if
Mm-hmm.
he is that cheap and that tight with a little, he would be cheap and tight with a lot. You understand? One thing I would say is if you got a guy who's willing to just freely give to you and this, that, and other, when y'all relationship hit rocket terms or he lose a job or whatever happens, women gonna have that man back. You're gonna have your husband back
Yep. I
because
agree.
he's already proven to you he has your back. And so far as a woman with kids or a man with kids, let me tell you something. Kids are a blessing on either side. They are a blessing on either side. And if you love her and if you love him, y'all gonna take those kids with stride and be like, oh, let's go. You know what I'm saying? I don't get this here lie that
Mm-hmm.
kids are deterrent or anything like that. Now, if you got some badass kids, I'm gonna be like, girl, but you should knew that when y'all were dating. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And what else did she say? Because she was like, I hate when a man comes to me and say, I don't need well, no, I hate when a man wants to take me out for dinner like that's something special. I can buy my own food. And I'm like, I'm thinking to myself, like, man, lady, like, girl, it's not about because I guess a lot of people are saying that men are taking these women out on dates, but they're only going out on these dates for a free meal. And I guess that is messed up if a woman's going out with a man for just for a free meal and she doesn't really have any real interest in him. That is messed up. I do agree with that. But I'm just like, no, like I would never start off a relationship saying I can pay for my own meal. No, if I like this man and he wants to take me out to dinner, I'm going to say yes. Like what the hell?
And 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 you
That's
should.
when I
Hey,
feel like it's
sisters,
taking
welcome
that.
to the panel.
I
Welcome.
feel like that's when it's taking like what when they say like they taking this I'm an independent woman stuff too far. That's how I look at it. I don't know.
I
Hey,
feel like it's
Mule. Hey,
taking it all too
Tequila.
fast. Hey, who is that?
Hi.
Is that just
Is
me?
that what is that wisdom over feelings?
Yes, ma'am.
Hey,
Huh?
Wisdom. I love your voice.
How you doing?
Thank you, Mule. I'm doing okay. How you doing, lady?
Let me
You
ask
know
you
I can't
something,
stand
Wisdom.
my
Okay.
voice, girl.
Not to change the subject. You said you apologized to me for something yesterday morning. What did I do?
No, I kind of acted up at the end of your live yesterday, and I'm like, I wasn't supposed to be doing all that. I really want to come
No, no,
up and
no, no,
converse
no,
with
no.
the
You fine.
ladies.
I was confused. No, no, no. You were fine. You guys were fine. You know what? My husband was asleep, y'all, and they went to fussing on the panel, and he was like, "That's too much arguing." And I don't know if y'all heard him. And I was like, "Okay, good night, y'all."
I didn't hear nothing. I
I
remember getting
apologize.
cut, and I said, "Oh Jesus, Mule
No,
gonna."
I'm
Do
so
I have permission to be up here, girl?
yes, no, no, no. He was
Okay.
asleep. That was what 5 in the morning, girl. He was like so mad. He was like,
Well, I was mad. It was too early.
"Yeah, I'm sorry
Who
about
was
that."
wait, who was you fussing with? Wait a minute.
That was
Girl.
her and Trinity Time trying. That's a whole nother discussion. So let's
All
Yes.
get
right,
to
all
this.
right, I'll let it go.
I'm sorry. I just was confused about what you were talking about. No, I don't. I'm not angry with anybody over that. I really was kind of embarrassed because he was kind of was like, they fussing at this time of the morning in that. I
I
was
was
like, okay.
embarrassed because I really was up with one eye open, and invited me up to the panel. I said, okay, let me go chill with the ladies, and I was not expecting that, so I apologize on my behalf.
No, you don't ever have to apologize. No, no, no. I don't even remember what the argument was about. I'm gonna be honest with you. I just remember how he kind of reacted, and I was like, you know what? Let me just end it. I was like, because I ain't trying to be arguing in my house. I'm like, you know what?
Right, well, tell him we're sorry. Well, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna say for behalf, and I did later on that morning use a part of that video for a lesson in my live, so if that's okay. I tried to
No.
add you in it, but it wouldn't let me at you.
Oh, okay. No, 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 no. We fine. No, no, no. Listen, I don't get mad over nothing over YouTube. Believe you me. If anything, I was just like, I didn't know if y'all could hear him saying it, so I was like, you know what? Let me end this here because Um, he be listening sometimes, and he didn't like all that arguing. But anyway,
Okay, okay.
so yeah, but no, back to this discussion about the men, and like I said, this is not to bash men. It's just I just want to know why do they think that women are supposed to be their slaves? It's almost like they don't even want a teammate. They don't want somebody who wants the best for them. They want somebody they just can dictate to, and her opinion don't matter. And if she don't like my way, she can hit the highway. Is that realistic? Is Are these
Not at
men programming men
all.
to just be alone?
Not at all.
Hey,
Hey,
John.
It's not realistic at all.
Wait, who else is that?
Hi,
That's
just
just
me. I
me,
don't think
right?
I ever talked to you.
Hey,
Hi.
just
I,
me.
hello, how are you guys? Or ladies,
Hi.
I'm sorry. Tequila and Wisdom
Hello, hello.
Hi.
and Mule.
Hi.
Love your accent.
I'm just
But
glad you guys are here. So, can you share upon what you feel?
girl, you just asked the question, and no, it's not realistic, and that is not how I say real men really are. Um, it just doesn't make sense because if you look at the ladies that are on those panels, and a lot of people call them pick me's, right? They call them pick me's, but they're not getting picked. So it has to make sense. Make it make sense. Um, I haven't been on YouTube for a long time, but I've been like watching a lot of it because I started out watching like some of Kevin Samuel stuff, some of it, not all of it, and
Mhm.
it just got too ridiculous. At one point I was like, you know what he's saying makes sense. What they're saying makes sense, but it just got ridiculous as if they were just attacking women. And so what I noticed, so that was about a year maybe or so, these women are still single who are no, I don't think any man wants a woman that they can
Just me.
control. Uh-huh.
The thing is,
That's funny.
men have already
You make me
should have
laugh.
already realized how smart women are, right? They know that
Yeah.
we have the power of discernment in many different things in life. Why would you want your woman that dumbed down, pretending like she knows
No, they
nothing?
don't. Mule, they
They
don't.
really
So
don't.
if you notice that a lot of these men that are talking like this, a lot of them are married. Okay, I've noticed quite a few of them are married. You don't ever see their wives on those lives. I'm talking the fight clubs. I'm talking, the Latifah. I'm talking with the men. You never see their wives. Okay. Um,
Mhm.
I would bet money that their wives are not like that. But after the Kevin Samuels, and I don't know how long this whole talk has been around, but I feel like they're using it to make money and it's at the expense of the community. They don't care if they're tearing the community down. You got to realize Anton Daniels has already said that the community, that our culture is trash. Okay. So he doesn't care if he come in and tear it down, but he doesn't care if he tear it down. He say he's building it up, but he's giving these
Now,
young men the idea that they have to have all this money, that they're nobody if they don't have so much
Exactly. Where
money.
all this money coming at? Girl, I don't even know brothers with all that damn money.
may
A
I
hundred
ask?
every
I
Yeah.
honestly don't
everybody
know who
on
Anton.
YouTube
What
is
was his name?
100,000 there, a millionaire. I'm like, this is ridiculous, y'all. They're teaching people
Who?
such falsehoods. And it's like that's becoming the new norm, these lies. There
Yeah.
are so many people who are professional people who've been to college and all this and don't earn nowhere near that amount of money and can live decent, happy lives. This is
Yeah.
false shit that they teaching the men and the women to me. And it's like now they have so many women who this is the thing. No, I am not gonna be a woman who gets up and go to work every day and earn this money for our family. And then you come home and kick off your shoes and just wait on think I'm supposed to be your servant. No, we are a team. You do stuff with the kids, you help cook, you help clean, you know what I'm saying? We're a team in everything, right? Because we're both providing. This is not leave it to beaver where I'm just at home all day filing my nails, waiting on somebody to show up. No. And the thing is, it's like they are projecting a false image of a family that really, as black people, we never really had. We never even had right off of slavery. Black women have always worked. During
Mm-hmm.
slavery, we always worked. And this bullshit that they keep acting like women just at home filing their nails, not doing anything but waiting on them, is just false. And the women are starting to say, "Well, I don't want to have to work. Well, I don't want, honey. If you can get that, that's wonderful. I'm never gonna tell a woman what she wants, she shouldn't have. But what I will say is, like my daddy told me, get your education, mom. Get your
Well,
education.
listen. This what I will say. I am a woman who has experienced the stay at home mother type of lifestyle. Um, and honestly, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I do prefer that. I'd rather stay at home than work a job. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. But what I will say is that there was still respect and communication in my relationship with my kid's father. Me and him grew apart and we wanted different things out of life, but to this day we're still good friends, because of our girls, and just because before our girls we had a relationship. But when I was in that relationship with him, yes, he worked, but I still work too when you really think about it at home. Like I work a lot.
Exactly.
And to
That's
be
a full
honest,
time.
I'm not gonna lie,
That's
the
more than a
job
full
sometimes
time job. It never
it never
ends.
stopped. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It never stopped because like he would come home, and honestly, I wouldn't mind when he was tired because he did work all day. I wouldn't mind. I didn't mind doing things for him because he worked all day. That was part of our agreement. That was part of what we decided for our family at the time. So like me, packing lunch for him and my daughter for school, like that was nothing to me because I mean he's going to work. Me help iron his clothes or making sure dinner's straight when he comes home. Why? Because he just worked. You know, so I just feel like it's a give and take either way you do it. If you're not going to be a stay at home parent, mom or dad, whatever, and you both are going out to work, then both of you have to pick up the slack of the home. But like
Let me
Will
just say
said,
this
like
here
if
right
you can
quick.
find it, that's a good thing.
Black Dahlia, I need you, Black Dahlia. Please come up. She says, I turned down a $10 million marriage contract because it would have been a prison for me and my child. Might not have been safe. This money wasn't worth it. Black Dahlia, please come up and share that story. Because let me tell you something. Everything that glitters isn't gold. And I'm going to tell
Yeah.
y'all this here. I would rather have the husband I have and I get up and have to work, right? But at
Right.
the
Mm-hmm.
end of the day, I don't have no abuse. I don't have to worry about. I'm not gonna say he's never cheated. I've never caught him cheating. I've never heard of it. I've never found out about that. So what? Because I don't believe in putting your head on the chopping block for nobody, honey. I'm not gonna say what I don't say what my children wouldn't do, you know. But what I will say is, so far as my marriage, we don't have what's his money is our money, and what's my money is our money. So we don't have money problems, and we don't have cheating problems, right? That we know of, right?
Right.
So sometimes these people come up with all this damn money gonna solve all of this, and if I provide, then she better do what I gotta say. No, that's not realistic to me. That's not a healthy or a happy home to me. Because I don't want to be a slave to your damn money. I want to be able to say, if my husband was a millionaire and he said, baby, I don't want you to work, he still should value me, and I still should have a say so in our life and in our family. Bottom line,
Yeah.
I don't care because you're not going to diminish me as if I can't think for myself.
But see, and so the type of women, and that makes a lot of sense, Mew. But the type of women that they're trying to groom and men that they're trying to groom, they're not grooming teams. What they're doing is they're grooming one or the other to be dependent. And so, just say if it's a woman, if that man get a diagnosis of cancer or whatever, it only takes a diagnosis or one tragedy to just knock out savings, to knock it could, I mean, literally deplete all your money. So now you have a woman who's never worked, let them tell it, or has never had a say, doesn't know anything about the finances or the bills or whatever. And guess what? Now that whole household falls apart because she can't even pick up the pieces
Yeah, she has
because
no
he never wanted her
experience.
to. She
Yeah.
has no
And she's
experience.
never had a voice. Oh, Black
She's never
Dahlia,
had a voice.
welcome, Black Dahlia. Welcome,
Hey,
Tavon.
ladies, how y'all doing?
Hey, come on,
Hi.
share your
Girl.
story.
Hello.
So, yeah, as far as the $10 million story, so I've been spoiled. I've been a sugar baby before sugar babies was a sugar baby, and I don't mean fucking dudes for money. I just mean entertaining and getting whatever I want because I'm pretty. There was a guy that I was entertaining. It was an old ass man. He was in his 60s, almost 70 years old. He was in America on a work visa. He was a professor at the university at where I live, and he was a political refugee from Africa. So when his work visa expired, he wanted to marry someone in order to get his green card. So because he couldn't go back to Africa because they would have killed him because of him entertaining and giving money to black women. So in order to stay in America, he drew up a contract. He wanted to get married, and he was going to pay me $10 million in order for him to be able to stay in America. But he thought that the marriage contract would give him access to my body, and I said no. Can you guys hear me?
Oh
Yes.
yeah, I'm on mute. I'm just listening. I'm
Oh,
like,
I'm
what?
sorry.
Right.
I'm driving in my car, and I was about
Girl,
to say, did
I
my phone
think
lose the signal?
I'm sorry.
Crazy.
Yeah, I was on mute
I,
too. I'm
ooh,
sorry.
ooh, ooh.
I
Oh,
was
I'm
on mute.
sorry, girl. I was waiting for you to say something more horrible because for
Yeah,
10
he
million,
so
girl,
that was
the
in
Yeah.
so he
mule was
offered me
the
the
mule
he
the
offered me the
mule.
$10 million in 2013 the first time,
Listen,
and
girl,
then
hold
this
on now,
got shipped he got
Black
shipped to
Dahlia. Let me
England
pause
with
you.
his
Hold
wife.
on, Black Dahlia. Let me pause you. So you mean to tell me for $10 million you wouldn't have slept with that man?
No,
Oh, girl, I would have had an indecent proposal, honey. Y'all
no,
saw that movie?
Like not even the
I've
tip,
been through
honey.
well, I've been through sexual assaults and all types of trauma,
Okay.
so no, the $10 million wasn't worth it to
Oh,
me.
and I'm
As
gonna be
long
real with
after the
you.
money was gone, the thoughts would still be there. No, it wasn't worth it.
And see, I'm gonna be real with you. I sympathize, and you have my full compassion. I've never been through any type of sexual assault. So the mule contemplate. That's why I was quiet. I'm hitting my head, girl. I'm like, ooh, Lord. I might would have had to take that $10 million. I would have had
He
to ask
spent plenty of
hubby,
money while I was
baby,
dealing with.
10 million, baby. What you say, baby? I would have had to ask
Right. I might,
husband.
for the tip, maybe, maybe the tip.
But
I take 10 million.
but their
If you
culture
saw
is
him,
like you got to look at their culture too. It's like that would kind of be like being almost a slave. I don't know, like a slave. Some of their
yeah,
culture,
Yeah.
that's how they
yeah.
treat their women. It's not they don't treat their women sometimes with respect.
And
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 then
first of all, the $10 million was just a pocket change to him.
Are we talking about 10 million American or 10 million African? I need clarity, y'all. Cause oh Jesus,
Well,
for 10.
it was 10 million American.
Oh.
Oh,
But he's very well off. He was a professor. He had a contract through the United States government. He owned a vineyard in Africa. Like, he's got lots of money. His last house, he owned 3 different houses before he came to America, and the last one that he sold the house for 10 million. It was pocket change to him. It was a
What
game. It was about power.
let me
Wanted
just tell you,
power over.
I'm a school teacher in America, and I own a camel and goat farm in Ethiopia that I truly do own. But I'm a thousand there. I'm not even a million, nowhere close to a million. And when I tell you
That's
sometimes I'm a hundred there. But I'm nowhere close to a millionaire. But
so
hey, T
so wait.
Will, hit the
I'm
panel, T Will. We need a voice of men to come in so we can see. Do you guys really want to be known as Mr. off of Color Purple, or do you want wives and want to be a partnership with women? We need to know, T Will. Come on up, T Will.
and may I say something right
so
quick?
wait. I want to say something really quick.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead, Wisdom. Oh,
No, go ahead. No,
go ahead,
go
Wisdom.
ahead.
Okay. All right. Well, damn, I forgot what I was about to say.
I'm
Go
sorry, I
ahead,
messed up
Wisdom.
your train of thought, girl. No, I was gonna say the topic of Mr. This thing we don't seem to talk about enough is it's not women. It seems like they want. It seems like they want children. So we have to think about the time they want to go back to Mr. That's the 1935, late 1800, and a lot of our grandmothers and great grandmothers were a teen, 12, 13 years old, raising children and need dusty husband. That's all I want to say at the moment.
Mhm. I really wish I could remember what the heck I was going to say. Oh, now I remember.
Y'all hear me now?
So I think we could have. Yeah, we can hear you now.
Go ahead.
I think for me, I know I've never been SA'd before. I've never been assaulted, but I know for me, if a man offered me $10 million to just marry him and possibly sleep with him, I think I would. And then I would try to, however long he needed to stay married for his green card, that's how long we would have stayed married. Then I would have filed for divorce.
Exactly.
I'm thinking that's
I still
that's
scratch
what
my
was
head
coming
like
in my
Zaya.
head.
You know, if
I'm
I
like,
didn't have
Like,
if
oh
I
my
didn't have
goodness,
my
Doug.
daughter, if I didn't have my daughter, I might have done it. But the fact of that old ass man was that desperate to get to my body, how do I know if I was living in the same house with him, he wouldn't have gone after my daughter?
you
You're
right.
right. I agree.
Not
Can
that.
you hear me?
No price would have been enough.
Can't hear me now?
You're right.
So if I didn't
Yes.
have my daughter, I probably would have done it. And then if he tried to touch me, I would have called the police and yelled rape.
Crazy is.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
You're
y'all.
right.
Go ahead.
Hey, John.
Hey,
Hey,
Tanya.
I'm you. Can you
Hey,
hear me now?
Tajan.
Yes. We can hear
Oh,
you.
no, I wouldn't do it. And the reason why I wouldn't do it because a lot of women turn up missing, black or white, and it's always this money thing. And you know we already get a bad rap as black women that we chasing money, but where I'm from, it's always the opposite. They chasing our money. Soon as I'm telling you, if a guy claims he's a good man and he this and he that and he, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, you gotta watch them warning signs. There's something I never got a chance to do or I didn't do or nobody told me. I had to find out the hard way because I was on my own when it came to decision making. But you know, you always got to watch them warning signs, and I'm starting to see them now. Like you got, it was an Asian guy who wanted to marry me to stay here in America, and he was willing to give me 40,000. I think it was $40,000. It was just $40,000, and I still said no. Like for real, like I'm not, I'm not going to be treated like no damn. And thank God I was in an abusive relationship so I could learn, just so I can learn. This is how a lot of these men be acting. So thank God I survived these abusive relationships, but now I see exactly what it is. It's a hustle to be with us. It's not even so much I'm looking for a wife and I'm in love with you. Very few brothers are into I'm looking for a wife. I just want to be with that one woman, less problems, just one woman. Let me have the kids that she's able to give me, and we work together. It's never about that. Most of these dudes, they listen to too many damn rap music. And I'm telling y'all, they pander for panties and resources. We call that simping. Don't care what people say. Oh, that's pimping. No, because pimps tell you straight out that he got him a lady. You could be his bottom bitch, and that's it. But I need you to bring me my money. You want protection? Bring me my money. He's straightforward about his shit. Simps ain't straightforward. They make it seem like they're good people. They make it seem like they're good men, and they take you out. They're getting cheaper now, y'all. They're getting cheaper now. Used to be they spend $100 on you. Now they spend like $45. And and they gonna ask, and they gonna pretend like you're in a relationship with them. That's how they get you, because you think that's your man. And he's really not your man. So, you know what I'm saying? As soon as you find out that it ain't really your man, he gonna switch up on your ass. He's gonna switch up. You know what I'm saying? And he'll talk about you like a dog to his boys and everything. And all the stuff that you hear about women, that's because they playing the role. They on code, because technically to me, I feel like they don't even like women. So I'm glad she didn't fall for the $10 million thing. Get married in Africa. The African man, I wouldn't do it because they don't respect their women in their own damn country. It's sad, but we have to be careful. And then for those,
Wait, thank you, Tanjon. Thank you so much. But TMKC, thank you. Y'all make sure y'all hitting the like button, guys. Please make sure y'all hitting the like button because we trying to stream on 2 broadcasts.
okay,
So
but real
please,
quick, can I say something, Mule?
yes, yeah, no, go ahead.
The women who are blessed and have that good man, I always say the 18%. Those women who are blessed and have that good man, you can always give us some viewpoints on what to look for in that man, and then we can give some viewpoints of what to see, as far as the red flags. And when we put that together, I think sisters make better decisions on, okay, so far this ain't a good year for me to be with anyone. I'm going to love myself and stick to myself. You know what I'm saying? Instead of some women are shaming other women to not want to be one. When a woman says that she doesn't want a man or that she doesn't need a man right now, is because she's seen shit. she's been through some shit, or she gotten close to certain things that almost cost her life, or she saw what was going on with her mama, her grandmama, and them, and she doesn't want it right now. She sees that there's no worth in these guys. Please do not shame her and tell her and be a shalakinya. Don't be like a shalakinya. Oh, you can't be. How you gonna want a man that make this much money? Or how you gonna diss a man that's working for McDonald's? He's working. Well, then he's too old to be working for the goddamn McDonald's. She
Okay,
wants better.
McMammy.
So she doesn't want to date a dude that work at McDonald's. That's her damn business. Applaud her for and say, okay, well, this she ain't ready to be in a relationship. She wants something better, so she's gonna upgrade herself. So don't shame those sisters like that. I don't think it's right to do that.
I don't think that you should shame
I
anybody
agree with
who's
that.
doing.
I agree
Wait,
with that
wait,
too.
let me just say this
Mhm.
here. You know, this is another thing I feel like as black people, not women or men, just black people. To me, when a person is providing an honest day's work for an honest day pay, we really need to stop shaming people for the amount of money they make. Because at that point in time, that's what they make. But that doesn't mean that that's where they have to stay, right? I get tired of
Agreed.
people
I
shaming
agree.
people for actual honest living. They don't have the cops. They don't, listen, too much of us is on this his shit like ghost power, right? Where we want these men to be selling drugs, doing the wrong things, right? But sometimes they want to overlook the guys who are just having average everyday living. My thing is, I would never shame a man or a woman who actually gets up and go to work every day. You have to get up and go to work every day now. That's the key. But earning an honest day's living. Because I have seen too many Hispanic men and women being housekeepers, being cutting grass, and actually buying homes and having families. So
Oh,
that's something
You know what,
I
Mill?
really.
I
Hold on,
say
let's say
you.
T
I agree
will.
with
T
that.
will.
I mean,
I
black people have done that way before them. Like I gotta give homage to my folks, because that's what they were doing. They were maids and servants and chauffeurs, and they bought homes. But guess what? They were gentrified as well, and they were kicked out, and they didn't know what to do. And that's because we were being friends with the wrong kind of people, and that politics played an important role. It was too many black folks owning homes, driving nice cars to take care of their black families, and it was a no-no. So I
Yeah,
cannot
but
put the
Tejon, I do feel
Hispanics.
like sometimes black people come two nickels out of poverty and they want to shame Negroes who's still in it. And I have a big problem out of that
Well,
because they
no,
want
see,
to.
but the problem is people are shaming the woman for wanting better because she's been with men who made almost nothing but two nickels. And guess what? He got too goddamn comfortable. See, she's working and she's working two jobs, and he's working that one job that he's gonna work. He's gonna keep going white supremacists in her face and stuff. She doesn't want that anymore. So she wants better. If you want to build with me, let's build. You got brothers. Come on, come on. Let's just be real now. You got a husband that loves you, but that doesn't equate to everyone else is not like your husband. Some of these brothers don't want to do more than what they're supposed to do, and they expect her to take all the weight and take all the breaks. And when she says, "I'm done," then you got other sisters coming in telling her, "Oh no, see, you wrong, you wrong." At least he's working. Yeah, but guess what? We're struggling. We can't even pay freaking rent. We're about to get evicted, and he don't want to do better for himself. And I want him to do better for himself. That's a grown ass man.
You're right, Tejon. But look, I need you guys to hit the like button. Hit that
Hit that
like
like.
button, yeah. I'm trying to stream
Listen
on two
and
streams.
listen
I've never done this before, so please hit the like button, please.
and listen.
I
I
can
feel
see
you.
the like button
I,
has not moved, guys. So please hit the like button.
I feel you on that because honestly, I don't believe in struggling. And I know we kind of had this conversation once before, but my thing is, if I have to struggle, I'd rather just be by myself. I don't want to struggle with a man. I feel like a man is supposed to help make my life a little bit more easier, and that's what I'm supposed to do for him too. We're supposed to be there to help each other and make each other's lives easier. And if it's more of a struggle having you there, and you don't have goals and aspirations to do better than a McDonald's job or something, then I necessarily don't want you.
Okay, I have a question real quick, and it's not. I'm just like asking a question. So, and there's nothing wrong with what you guys are saying. I'm just asking. But what happened to like couples like building together, or I ain't gonna say struggling together, but maybe that's it. But
Are you talking about struggle love?
is that what I'm
Yeah,
talking? Is
yeah,
that what I'm?
I did struggle love
Is
before.
that what I'm?
That was my relationship with my ex. Like we met when we were in college. He was older than me, but we met in college. We both didn't really have much. We had our daughters, and we struggled. And pretty much, I want to say I played that come up woman. My baby father now is very well off, very, very, very well off. But would I ever struggle like that in a relationship again? No, I'm not doing that anymore at my age. I'm not doing
Never.
that again.
Mm-mm.
Never again.
Yeah, I can understand that at our age. I mean, well, I don't know how old you ladies are, but I'm too old to be with a man that's working at McDonald's. I would see that maybe when I was in my 20s or maybe teenager. You
And
know what I'm
honestly,
saying? If he had goals of owning a McDonald's one day or being the manager or general manager of McDonald's, then and he was working towards that. You know what? Hey, I don't mind at that age, but at the age I
Yeah,
am
I would
now.
mind because he need to figure that out on his own.
and
Yeah,
honestly,
at the age I am now, he need to
and
already, in a sense, he need to already be on a path to doing what he's gonna be doing.
Yes,
and
because some of
honestly,
us
for me
accept
now,
them.
when I
No,
see
no matter what,
how
we always
well,
take them in, no matter what, without judging. And the love we have for the brothers we were with, you know what I'm saying? It was no all and we accept the give us promises. Oh yeah, this ain't nothing but a but we gonna get this together and we gonna get that. At the end of the day, uh a year or two go by when
I'm sorry,
this
Tanjon.
what's up T
Tanjon,
wish
you coming up in and out, and we
family.
really can't hear you.
change on you're
Is it
starting to
just me?
board now. No, she's
Yeah,
boarding a
Tanjon,
lot.
we really can't hear you good. So can you leave out and come back in? That's what you do. Drop off and come back. I'm sorry.
But
So
I wanted to say, and
Mew,
honestly, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, being a come up girl, it really hurts because now that we are no longer together, it hurt in ways I felt like, dang, like in all his success, which I am very happy for him. But I feel like I know, not I feel like I know I play a significant role in where he is in his life right now. I know I helped him to get to the status where he is, and to not be able to reap any of those benefits, it hurts. I'm not going to lie. So for
Well,
me,
damn.
I don't want to ever
Yo, come
struggle
on
with a
up.
man like that again.
right?
And you right,
I can
Tequila. I
understand
feel
that.
you. I feel you on
I
that.
can definitely, and everybody has a right to have their preferences, and that's where it goes back to like what Mew was saying, and I think someone else was saying. No one should be shamed for having preferences. You know what I mean? No one should be, oh, you're a gold digger if your expectations are this, because if you don't have expectations, then to me it's like, what are you looking for? I mean, it's almost like you blind, you going out there blind. And so no one should be shamed for that. But what these men will do, and I hate to say men, but some of these sectors will say that a man will show he love you by spending money on you, right? Oh, he cares about you because that's how a man show he loves you. Women, we show in emotions, and men, it's money. But then when we say, hey, we want a man that makes this amount of money, now we're being a gold digger. Or when we say, hey, we want men to pay for our dinners and show that, quote unquote, they love us according to them, then women are shamed, and they just not making it make sense.
That's because you take away their power when you choose to be the gold digger instead of them using their money to financially abuse
You're
you.
right about that.
But
That
I
makes
don't
sense.
even feel like that's
So
you being a gold digger.
if he's giving you
Listen,
money just so
listen,
that he can financially abuse you, you completely change the dynamics when you say, I'm not fucking with you if you ain't got no money.
But I don't even think that's women being a gold digger. Let me be honest with you.
No, that's them. They're saying that they
This
are
is
gold
something.
I
digger.
know,
Yeah, but this
but
is
you know what?
something that my
Yeah, because
father,
they what a
my
man say.
brothers,
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, how are you a
listen, I
gold
learned this
digger
from my
because you're
brother.
asking him? Because
Listen,
if he has to tell a
my
woman she's a
brother
gold digger, that
taught me
means he's
this.
broke. He don't have no
Listen,
money. He
my
want your money.
brother taught me this.
And if you're expecting him to be an earner, I don't care if it's a high earner, just an earner itself, an average earner. If you have to call a woman a gold digger, you're broke, man. Want her money. That's where the simping part comes from. You know, where I'm not gonna, first of all, it's more than just taking money from a woman. It's more keeping her like she's his bank account. It's more like, and he has multiple bank accounts, right? But she's working. All you gotta do, like I tell, don't tell no man. Don't
Hey,
tell no man what, because
Trinity.
right there he's looking at you like, oh shit, I'll give that back in some. And she work. Oh, and she got this.
Hey,
Listen to how he be
Momo. Hey,
talking
T.
with his boys.
Will.
Hey, the woman I'm with me work at Mac. Man, to give me some free gear. Trying to hook me up. Why I asked her to hook me up? I asked her to hook me up. All that stuff that right there ain't got nothing to do with me. And she gonna be a potential wife. And she working at Macy's right now. But you know what? We're gonna do better when we get together. I'm gonna ask her for her hand by next year if this works out. You know what I'm saying? He don't talk. He talks like what he can get out of her. Free outfits, free clothes, free deal. And he's good to you mentally. He will talk to letting them move in with you. And that's where our downfall is as women. We gon' hey, you've been so good to me. The sex was good. I never forget 2 months ago you bought me something. You bought me a teddy bear. You took me to Great America. I thought that was so beautiful. And it's like, bitch, that wasn't even nothing what he did. He's looking at this like that shit wasn't nothing. Me and Tim could take her to America, and that's all. And then she move in, and man, I know she got groceries up in her house. She got a nice house. They always turn around. You got a nice pad. You
Thank
got a
you,
nice
Wisdom
pad.
Over
But then
Feelings. Hit the
later on in
like
that
button, guys. Hit
relationship,
the like
it
button.
becomes bitter. He gets bitter. So, type of stuff be happening, and you be wondering like, shit, what happened to the man I supposed to be with? I don't know. It's just, y'all be careful. Is a lot of us are
Hey,
single for a reason, and
Letitia
I'm
Lovejoy.
okay with
Thank you.
that.
I love you so
Just
much.
to answer
Thank
to
you so
some
much,
women, I'm
Letitia
okay
Lovejoy.
with not having anybody right now because I want to live.
Yeah.
Hey, the Queen
Let
Cascade
me
2.0. Queen Cascade, I love you, Queen. Come on up, Queen.
let me tell you this though. I'm the type of person where having a male partner is not the end and be all for me. But what I will say is I do love, like Mule said, I love men. I really do. And I love their company. Um, but I just know I love me more. And if you can't come into my life and make my life easier, now I know we're going to go through trials and tribulations in our relationship. There's going to be ups and downs. I get that. But if you can't come into my life and make it better, and we can't seem to grow together, then we need to. I don't need you. I really much rather be by myself. But hell, I mean, I want a relationship. I want to find love again. I'm open to finding love again. But I have standards, boundaries, and expectations, and I really hold true to those.
And you know what? I see nothing wrong with it. And I'm gonna tell you this here. The way these guys talk who claim they have women, who have wives, if this is the way you treat your wives, honest to God, I would rather be single. This is some
They're
bullshit.
not. They're not. That's what I'm telling you. You're not gonna tell me that these men who are on a lot of these panels are married, unless they're lying about being married, are treating
They're
their
not even
wives the
married.
way they are teaching these other men. Because and I that's why I feel like it's a money tactic, because everyone wants love, or everyone wants to be, and they're quick to latch on to these trends. And right now it's the trend of the men against the women, and women need to get in line, and women are out of line. And so they're jumping on the bandwagon, and it's like a marketing ploy. How do you think a lot of them got the money that they can brag about that they have and wear the Versace robes? Because they are, it, like I say, it's no way you married to a black woman and she's allowing you to treat her that way. And then publicly you're telling people that you're teaching this in public. It has to be okay.
Hey,
You make that money, and this woman has to be in agreement with it.
I just think some of these guys. I mean, I heard just what you said earlier, sis. The ones that's topless mess. They're they and their wives don't do. They're not even married. How about that? How about they like little girls? How about them? The ones that content creators are calling out. At least one. I see 2 women and 1 man calling out these particular guys, and on here talking all this mess that they got a woman or a fiance or a wife. I know one person that got a Mexican wife, and that's pro-black, and he talking all this, man, that's white supremacy, and you were cool and stuff. Nah, he got him a burrito. So I don't even know why he's, and he got a couple daughters. So I don't understand.
can y'all hear me?
Hey, Sister Bob, can you hear me?
Yeah, hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good.
Hey, Bob.
Hey, everybody. Read the back chat, Mew. Do you see that?
Yes, yes,
You know who that is?
yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay.
I'm streaming on his channel because he refused to go live. So he gave me permission to have his manager. So I'm streaming on my channel and his, because he's working a lot right now. And so his channel is kind of dead right now. And that's a channel that me, Tequila, I don't know if you know Sister Nobody, Tejon, we all, Queen Cascade, we used to all meet over here. But because he's working so much, his channel is going, he's not streaming over there right now. So I'm streaming over there on both channels.
Oh, okay. Making sure, because I was like, wait a minute. I ended up on both channels. I was like, these are 2 different channels. But okay. Just
Yeah,
making
I'm
sure.
sorry. Yes. I'm so happy to have you here. So this is the topic, Mister. And I really want to do a series on this because I have like 4 men right now. I'm only saying one man name. But Sister Bomb, you've been married a long time. And I admire you and your husband and your relationship. And my thing is, these men who are supposed to be married online, they brag that they've married 19 and 20 years, but some of the conversations they have, they're like, it's my way or the highway. Or my wife know not to ask me this, or she better know what I want. Or some of them say, my wife is at my beck and call. Or, you know, my thing is, to me, if my husband was, or how do you feel if Mr. Bomb, Mr. Mark was talking about you better be at his, or would you bomb sherry juice? You don't matter. If your husband, Mr. Bomb, was saying you don't matter and you better be at his beck and call, and you don't, you think what he thinks, right? How would you feel as a wife, as a woman? Would you want to be in that type of marriage? That shit just don't seem real to me. That's just my opinion. I'm gonna let you have the floor.
Yeah, no, you could tell those men are abusive. You know what I mean? They're abusive, number one, because they're telling other people that I'm not worth anything, that his wife is not worth her feelings, and why would my husband want to embarrass me that way to others? I wouldn't embarrass my husband that way and make it seem like, yep, he better do what I say when I say do it.
Because women already do that. Wait, how what did it look like? I've not seen that one.
Well, hold
now,
on,
y'all
Tanjon,
may
hold on. Tanjon, I
What's
wanted
that?
Bomb to expound on it because I think she come from a perspective of I come from.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to shame my husband and be like, is mule way or the highway? And then a man looking at my husband like he lesser than. The same
Right.
way I wouldn't want him to feel like that about me. So Bomb, finish talking. I want to hear your thoughts. How you feel?
Yeah, that's exactly what you just said. To embarrass your mate is to really embarrass yourself. A woman making it seem like she controls the whole house and controls her man, and have other men looking at your husband like he must be a pussy. You know, um, and then that negates his protection, right? My husband, if other men think they could play with him, they will. So it's our responsibility to make sure that we don't embarrass our husbands, and they should not be embarrassing us neither.
Hey, Bomb, I have a question for you. Okay, so these men that get up here and say, "Oh, women need to get in line," and whatever, like what Mew was saying, and some of them are married that are saying this. Do you think that it's like a marketing? How do I put it? Like it's for money, or it's just a show? And his wife may be in on it because he's making money. Let's just say we were talking about a content creator earlier.
Mm-hmm.
If my husband is making all this money off of this rhetoric that he's pushing, I may just sit back and you know what? He can say whatever he want to say because I know how it really goes down in the house.
Exactly.
So,
I do, because there is a content creator here on YouTube, and when people were saying he treats his wife that way, right? I'm thinking, well, she probably seen that money come in.
Exactly.
She's gonna sit back and she's just gonna let him play that part. Because I've
been married.
The reason why
but Bomb, this is you guys. Let me just tell y'all, everybody on here.
Can I say hi to Bomb?
Hey,
Bomb.
That's Sister Tequila.
Hey,
But that's my
and who else came up? Is that MJ?
Yeah.
Hey, ladies. How are you?
That's my other little sister, y'all. That's my baby.
Hey, y'all. Guess what?
Hi.
Hey,
Bomb,
sisters.
so
How y'all
smart.
doing?
Guess what, y'all? I just realized I'm. Oh, I'm sorry, but I just realized I was just, I was scratching my nose, right? And I'm in the what's the name? I'm cleaning up pretty much. I'm cleaning out my closets and everything. And I didn't know that y'all could see me.
Oh, your camera.
I'm looking crazy. I got a muumuu dress on. My hair is tied up. And I look ugly. And then y'all see me scratching my nose.
Girl, nobody caring about that, girl. That's what we want.
I was gonna ask you so.
No, ain't nobody ever see me look crazy like that.
You don't look crazy, sis. You just sis. Do you so?
I didn't even see it. I'm sorry. I didn't see it. I'm sorry.
You didn't look crazy.
Tequila.
You didn't look crazy to me. You look like you would just go and put something in your closet.
Yeah, you didn't look crazy to me, Tequila. You looked very comfortable in this damn summer heat.
I am very comfortable. I mean,
hey, Lilith's Revenge. I love you, Lilith.
Like undergarments.
Can you guys please make sure y'all hit the
I'm
like
looking
button on
crazy.
and Suave channel, please. Hit it on Suave channel, please. I'm trying to keep Suave channel going because he's working a lot right now, guys. So please hit the like button over there
Yeah.
as
Oh
well.
my goodness. Oh no, people
And
don't
I
see
hit the
me
like
in
button.
real life like that. just my house.
I hit the like button. I hit the
Thank you
like button,
so
you.
much. Thank y'all so much.
I
I'm trying to watch to see if those likes go up over there. I'm even more concerned over there than
can I
over
do
here.
my little quick shout out before I mute? I want to do my
Yes.
shout out. Hi everybody. Hi T Will. Peace and blessings. Bless. Hey,
That my sister
and can
Tajon.
You know what,
and
bro?
mute.
I'm so happy I found your channel. Cause I'm like addicted, like Mule was saying, like I became addicted.
I am addicted to Bob Cherry too, girl. Tequila, we addicted
I'm
to
like,
you,
what in the world?
Queen Cassie. Yeah,
Bomb. The
that's too
only time I go live is when you're not live, girl. It's crazy.
I know. Mule, I try to go live. I was trying to get your email so I could go live because I was gonna go live on something 2 weeks. I couldn't because all this right here was so swollen and my tooth was in pain. And I want to live Saturday at 3:30 p.m. I was gonna have fun, y'all. I want to try to get on my channel and I have some topics I want to talk about, and it was going to result into apps and all making money together. That's what I'll do.
Wait,
and
what
I
did
just,
Momo say? Nag alert. He don't want to hear it. Momo, come on, come through, Momo. You know we love you.
No,
Why
he don't
Momo
want to
don't
wear
put
his
me
harness.
down?
He
Oh
don't want
my
to wear his
God,
harness. He's 200 feet thousand in the air, and he don't
oh
want to
yeah,
wear his
he do
harness,
be
bro.
high
Put
up.
on the harness.
Momo, we need you.
Oh, Momo, have you lost your mind? You better wear that dang on harness.
We gonna whip Momo ass. And T Will. T Will don't want to come back because he got into it the other night. And I apologize for that because I was half asleep
T Will
and
got
it
into
was a
it
lot.
too.
Yeah, it was T Will,
Stop playing.
Wisdom, and somebody else. So T Will, come on up.
Dang. Who?
Oh my God. Yes, big bro, please come on up. Come on up, T Will.
I've been missing in action. What happened?
I be missing everything.
I just
I
want to
don't
say this
know.
here
They
to you,
saying T Will
sister.
got into it.
Bomb Cherry, I want to introduce you to MJ. This is my little sister from New York. I just love her so much. She is so smart, Bomb. She know all kind of stuff. She in the justice system. She's a sweetheart. And I mean, MJ, you gotta go to Bomb Cherry. You're gonna be like me and Tequila. We just addicted to Bomb Cherry now.
Well, thank you, Lima. I really appreciate that compliment. And hi, Bomb Cherry. I will definitely come over and see your show. I have never seen your shows before, so that would be great.
You got
Yeah.
to. It's the topic be so live. Bomb is live. And you know what? She's a regular woman like all of us. You know what I'm saying? She don't put on air. You know what I'm saying? She's a mom. She's a grandmom. She sews. She cooks. She cleans. She does everything. But she also tells it like the hell it is. So yes.
Well, that's my saying. I love honest discussions, honest opinions and views. I don't think we get anywhere when we try to sugarcoat shit. So I like it. I like it. I love it.
Yeah, no, Bomb not gonna sugarcoat it. She's very open, and you can learn.
Yes.
You can learn a lot. You can learn a lot when somebody is like very open and kind of,
What's the name of the channel? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I was trying to find it. Is it Bomb Cherry?
It's Bomb Cherry Juice. I had to go to Bomb Cherry
Yes,
Juice.
everybody go subscribe. Yes, her
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
But anyway, I just love that show. And then it's kind of like 24 hours, so sometimes it's not her there. But I mean, it's a really live show, y'all. The discussions just swap. Don't even worry about what's in the title because sometimes at the time you click on that title might have changed. But I mean, it's awesome. It's awesome. Just if you just listen long enough, you're gonna hear a lot of different discussions.
So I just came in. What was y'all discussing on today? What was the topic today? I just came in. I only
Okay.
heard like half of it.
So okay, MJ, I really want to do a series on this thing, Mister, from The Color Purple, right? Because I've been watching a lot of men online who claim they have all these great marriages. All of them been married 19 and 20 years. But when you hear them talk, they seem like such great men. You be like, oh, okay, he's cool. And then you hear them talk for 3 or 4 days. They start saying shit like, it's my way or the highway, or my wife is at my beck and call. And I just feel like these men are so dishonest. I feel like they're really leading men to
Well, yeah. I mean, I
not
actually
honest relationships. There is no real relationship where your woman can't think for herself. Listen, I've had two men on separate occasions ask me, have my husband given me permission to speak? What the fuck am I, a dog? What you mean somebody
see.
give me permission to speak?
Well, Lima, that's what
Girl.
listen. Most of these guys are playing into their imagination. That's number one. And number two, a lot of these guys are exploiting women as well as men. And they don't really care about other men because they're not trying to teach other men to have healthy, stabilized relationships with women. And like I think I even said this on Themis live a couple of days ago, where you have these older men who be telling younger men and men that's in their chat saying, hey, a woman is hit the wall when she's 35 or so, calling 13-year-olds to 17-year-olds women, saying that the older women needs to go to the back of the line, so and wait their turn and let men pursue the 13 and 17-year-old women that so they can get their grace, whatever not. And then I was like, that is I was a young man and I was listening to a man who was like 47, damn near 55 years old, who's telling you that 13 and 17-year-old are women. They're not girls, they're women. But saying that, I'm 45 years old, I'm a 55-year-old man, and I'm now stabilized, and now I want to date. I deserve to have a 13 or a 17-year-old or younger woman than the age that I am. What would make a younger man actually take that older man seriously? Because if I was actually thinking about it, I would be like, wait a minute. If you're the 55-year-old going after the young 20-year-old or the young 25-year-old, and that's my age range, then who am I supposed to date if we're competing for the same type of women? So like a lot of times these young men are not listening, to these are really listening to these older men when they speak, when they're telling you that they're going after the women that you supposed to be going after. And then they're saying that the women that's in their age range is supposed to move to the back of the bus or wait in line until they're done having fun with the younger women, and then later on that will come and get them. So they're literally setting younger men up to force them to where they won't be able to date anybody their age, or they will have to date an older woman.
No,
Like,
because they want those they really want those they want those men of that age. You see what I'm saying? They want those women. They don't want younger men to date these younger women.
right, that's
They
what I'm saying.
want they are trying to, let me tell you something. I've seen things where I've heard men say about semen retention. Y'all don't even want to hear it. Semen retention is a real thing on YouTube. And then it's called dick discipline. These are real things that these older guys are really telling young guys about discipline and semen retention. They're telling them don't even date women till they're in their 40s. To me, it's because they want the younger women to be victims to these old ass men.
Right.
I promise you. I
But
don't
that's
care
what I'm
what
saying.
nobody says.
No, it's the truth. I totally agree. And that's why I said, if you're a younger man and you're listening to these older men because you figure that they're older and they're giving you advice, they're not giving you advice, dude. You are their competition when it comes to reference to women. They want the women that's in your age range, and they're telling you, oh, no, if this woman, if this woman is this certain age or that whatever, not, don't deal with her. But then they're not dealing with anybody in their age range. They're dealing with the women that's supposed to be with you. If you're saying that you're a younger man, you want a woman who's the same age as you, and you want to start a family fresh, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you don't have kids, she doesn't have kids or whatever, and you want to start fresh. There would not be any woman for you to choose from if you, the 45, 55-year-old man, is going to come to the younger women and say, I'm the stabilized man that you was talking about. I'm the stabilized man your mother and your father told you to go after. Well, he had 35 plus years to play around. And now he gets to jump to the front of the line and get quote unquote fresh meat. But then you're leaving your youth out. Who is your youth going to date? Who is your youth going to have these healthy relationships with? Where's the women going to be at if you're the older man trying to start new at 55 years old? So I kind of understand why some young men don't feel like they have any guidance when it comes to older men. If older men is acting like this and they're operating like that, they're bamboozling the young dudes for them not to even get successful relationships, not start successful relationships, telling them that relationships is not worth it, treat women horrible, demean women horrible. If they don't provide any resources or sexual benefits for you, that they're not worthy, and if they won't get in line with what you said. So like I said, they're already teaching them poisonous stuff that didn't work for them when they was in their 20s and 30s and 40s, and now in their 50s they're telling the younger men these things, setting them up for failure, while they go to the younger girls and say, I'm the stabilized man that your parents talked about. That's the trick. That's the setup.
I feel all of that. Go ahead, Bomb. Go ahead.
No, I was saying that is the trick. That's what I've been telling them for years. I'm trying to tell these young men, why are you following these old ass dudes? Why they get you out of, they coming in your dating pool trying to take your women. But they're ridiculous. So hey, if they fall for it, what can we do but laugh at their asses? Okay, when the young women, when they get 40, 50, and they think they're going to get them a 17, 18, 19-year-old woman, she don't want you.
Right.
And then most of these black men not even going to have money when they get in their 50s anyway. Look how many old ass dudes we see walking around with no benefits, no job, no career. Like, these dudes are delusional.
Yeah. It's sad. It's really sad. And I just don't like the manipulation and the bamboozling that they're doing to our young men, setting them on the wrong path. And then the manipulation and exploitation of younger women, because that's why they keep on throwing out here in the social media that 13 and 17 young girls are women, because they're banking on the younger women and younger girls to be naive and have a sense of innocence, right? So they throw it out there as subliminal message to say, you're a woman, you're a woman, you're a woman. They're pushing it because they know what they're doing is predatory. They have to make it believe it's true. And the only way they could make it seem like it's true, or if it's acceptable, if they get that young girl thinking that she's a woman when she's not, outside of her guidance and the protection of her parents. They think they're slick, but I see it every single day.
But let me just say this here, MJ. They always want to take, the young girl away from her parents, right? These men have admitted that they don't even want to talk to a young girl if she's close to her parents, because, it's a sickness, right? But I want to get us out of the gender war. I want to get us to where the men who really love women and the women who love men can some kind of way find a balance and get back to each other. Because this YouTube shit, to me, I've been saying it's just not realistic. It's not normal for women to not, love men. It's not normal for this amount of men not to be able to show love for women. This is some crazy shit for me. And the thing is, I feel like a lot of times these men want to keep the men, the boys, the guys who are in your age range away from you. They want to treat those, hey, Gold Mine Tree Tribe TV, hey, love. What I want to say is, I feel like they want to keep these men who are in these young ladies' age gap, right, away from them. Hey, Chris, they want to keep them away from them for what? What other reason? So they can have the access to them. Nobody wants these old ass men, for real. If these old men listen, let young people get with young people, be with young people, be with their own age group. You're going to enjoy the same music, the same lifestyle. You're going to have experiences that are similar, right? These old ass people want you to be with people who you have nothing in common with, and then tell you that's the woman that you should be with. No, you should be with a woman or a man who are close in your own freaking age. Because that's who you're going to enjoy your life with. That's who you're going to enjoy your time with. You're not going to enjoy your time with me if I'm super old and you super young. Why would you enjoy that? You're just not.
But that's
I'm sitting up here listening to the Isley Brothers, and you're listening to Cardi B. What the fuck we got in common? We don't. I can still enjoy Cardi B at my age. Don't get me wrong. But what I'm saying is, if I'm listening to one genre and you're listening to another, you have no clue on what I feel or my life experience is with that type of music. Because a lot of times music can have a soul track to your life, right? If I can tell you ABCs and Michael Jackson, what that meant to me. I thought I was going to be married to Michael Jackson at one point in my life. You don't even resonate with that. You know what I'm saying?
No, I totally understand what you're saying, but I mean, at this point, there really can't be no getting together unless people, men and women, do the work, right? Because we have done so many times, so many years, we done try to put bandages on and just like, oh, let's not worry about the negative, let's worry about the positive, and look where it got us. The negative got worse and the positive diminished. So we have to.
Yeah, but I feel like right now the negative is too much. These men who seem to be good men are really not good men, MG. They are telling people lies. They're telling you their wife is at their beck and call, and she's basically some type of slave. Listen, I watched one man wife get on camera. She kept having to stare at him to make sure what she was saying was correct. And I honestly almost cried because I felt like this lady had fear in her. As if she
Mew,
said the wrong thing, he would be upset. This is some
Mew.
bullshit. I've never
Hey,
had to go through that in my life.
hey, Mew. This is what
I'm
I wanted
listening.
to ask you about that. I wanted to ask you about that. Um, to me, do you think if
Who in
he
New
ran
York?
his household, do you think if he ran his household the way he say he ran his household, do you think she would like it, be looking like to see what his response is?
Girl, when she kept looking at him, I swear to God, I felt a fear for her. And then I started questioning myself. I'm like, damn, I ain't never felt like that. Is this the new normal? This is what I want my daughter to have to go through? Hell no. I would rather my daughter be single for the rest of her damn life than have to be fearful of having a damn opinion. This is
And that's
crazy.
but that's what, like Like literally, I mean, that is an option, and this is what's going on right now because what men are asking women to do is to sit there, be quiet, don't speak unless spoken to, agree when I say agree. And if you're a good looking woman, you're supposed to sit there and be a good looking woman that's okay and acceptable of being treated as subhuman. This is what the men are asking for, and they're literally painting it as a picture that if you are subhuman or you are quote unquote subservient to me, then everything will be right. Everything will be okay. No, it won't. No, it won't. Not only
No.
will you put yourself through a whole bunch of pain and unnecessary suffering, it's not going to change your financial status. It's not going to change your economical status. It's not going to change your
I'm gonna need you
status
guys to
within
please hit the
society.
like
None of
button.
that.
Please
So
hit the like button. If you don't want to subscribe, that's fine, but please hit the like button at least. I ask that you subscribe, but if you don't want to, you don't have to.
They might as well. They're saying.
I think you're muted.
You know, I don't. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
there's
we
some
can hear
noise in
you.
the background. It's really hard
They
to
got their
hear.
TV.
I'm not sure who background it is, but it says Queen Cascade 2.0 says semen retention is a real thing, but you can still get pregnant plus STDs. Some don't tell the full facts.
That's
Check
Tequila's
yourself.
background. It's loud.
Tequila, is that your background?
It probably is. I'm sorry, y'all.
Okay, so yeah, that was yours. But yeah, Queen is funny, funny, funny.
Well,
But
no,
anyway,
actually, semen retention, it is a real thing. Men are not supposed to ejaculate every time they have an orgasm, but they don't know the difference between ejaculating and orgasms. And every time they ejaculate, they get themselves that much closer to prostate cancer.
Good evening, everybody.
Hi,
Hey,
hi,
Queen.
Queen.
Hey,
Queen.
Queen.
Hey,
Hi, ladies
Queen.
on the panel. Good evening to everybody in the chat. On the semen retention, yes, it is a real thing. It is able to be done, but like I said in the comments, you can still get pregnant. You can still get STDs/STIs. And though you may learn to retain the fluid, sometimes fluid still escapes, which has semen in it. And there's something called pre-cum. I'm not sure what you guys call it in America. It might be called something slightly different, but that's around the foreplay stage where, I don't want to get too graphic and get your channel taken down, but in the foreplay stage when you're trying to rev up each other's engines, and sometimes fluid is released in the pre-cum segment of things. So semen is sometimes contained in that, and sometimes ladies can get pregnant from that. So you know me, double barrel methods. Protect yourself, protect yourself, protect yourself, ladies. STI checks, STD checks, and especially these days with everything that's going on, if you're going to be sexually active, and especially with Black men within the community, then I suggest PrEP.
Yeah.
Okay, prep is, but prep is only for men, right?
No, it's a medication that's usually
It's a
taken.
medication, but it's only for men, to
No,
prevent HIV, right?
well, over here they do it for both women and men. I'm not
Oh,
sure when
over
it
here,
comes
I see
to.
on the commercials they always say for men.
Well, they
Yeah,
might advertise it at men in America because they're the main ones that are spreading it. But like I said, it just depends what state you live in and what's available medication-wise.
Hi, Andrea. Welcome, honey.
But in regards to what you were saying earlier, with the whole Mr. situation, I have mixed feelings about it. I do agree that it is going on. I don't think you're around Mule when Suave was showing us different streams from other content creators. and they were doing the same thing sometimes in regards to allowing their women or their wife or the fake second wife to be able to speak. I've seen streams where some of these emotional dust mites are cussing women out if they don't agree with them or they've gone against things that they've said. We've seen stuff on House of Cons where, Sarnetta will be cussing his fake wife out when she's said what he deems to be the wrong thing and disrespecting her in front of
Listen,
emotionals on his panel.
he is one of my guys that I really have been highlighting. I've been recording some of their streams. And some of the things they say, they seem like, oh, they're on the up and up. But then when you hear the way they talk about the women, it's like, oh my God, if my husband was to take and say, my feelings don't count, my thoughts don't count, I don't care if it's my way or the highway, that shit will really piss me off.
Yeah. And
But now, can I say something onto that? Because you talking to somebody who been there. Like I'm hearing I'm hearing what y'all saying. Listen, I had, well, my son's father wasn't as bad as my daughter's father, but I'm telling you, even if you be quiet for him so he can rant and say all the things he's saying, what he's doing, and I've noticed that listening to him, what he was doing is he was trying to push a button to get me to say something so he could start messing, we could get the fighting, and he get to put hands on me. And they start drama. He will sit there and mention stuff about my mother. He'll say some stuff about my father. He'll say some stuff about some relatives of mine, because what he's saying to me ain't, it's going from one ear after another, because I know he's ranting. And maybe because, I don't know why he used to do that stuff, but I understood the pattern. And I knew, and I've been through it so much that I knew the day I was gonna get my ass beat. I knew one of those days I was gonna get my ass beat. I knew one day he's gonna be nice, and then it was just the same old circle. And I took 2.5 years of that before it was time for me to go. So the men that says women better get in line, that's because right now they got them somebody right now they're not even married to, okay? And they talking all this mess because he tested a button to see how far he can go with her, and if she's allowing it, well, it's not that she's allowing it. She's thinking that, if you don't talk back to the man, you respect him, you love him when he wants to be loved, it's going to be all good, but it never does, because that's not good enough. You too easy for him. And he's going to sit there and he's going to keep pushing your buttons where he can choke your ass. He's going to talk about what you did. And it's like you didn't really freaking do nothing. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. A lot of women are not doing anything. And I hate when they say, well, the men do the same thing, the women do the same thing the men do. No, if you got some women can't even do half the shit the men are doing, because she don't have a penis. She don't think like men. She have men talking points, but she still don't measure up to what he's doing to her. So I'm just saying these types of things is I normally would cry over this, but I'm over it now. But I'm just saying, if you hear someone, when you hear a guy saying, well, she better get in line, she do what I tell her, 9 times out of 10, he's abusing that girl, and she young. She's not even in her early 30s. She's probably in her early 20s or 19 years old. And he's talking that mess because she's still a little girl.
Oh, okay, well, I disagree. I mean, I agree with some of you saying, but we can't act like we ain't got women out here doing some bullshit.
Listen, ain't no woman strong enough to whoop no man's ass. Let me tell
but
you.
There are women. There are women out here.
Ain't no woman. Listen, this is what pisses me off. Ain't no woman strong enough. Ain't no woman gonna be living in no man's house and telling him what the fuck to do. He know how to kick her out. Okay. And 9 times out of 10, this young girl got her own apartment, and he's moved in her house, and he done talked his stuff into being in her house, telling her what to do in her house. This is not where a woman don't have nowhere to go, and the man just happened to see a woman on the streets, feel sorry for her, and brought her into his nice apartment, and then she just does what she's told. No, This is about y'all make it seem like the woman is equal into abusing a man, and when it's totally different.
No, I'm not saying that. I don't think Bomb is saying that, Tejon. But what I'm
I, I,
saying is,
I'm actually am saying that there are women out here who are beating men's ass. Yes, I am saying that because the man isn't abusive, because he
mhm.
was raised correctly not to put his hands on women, and these women will take advantage of that. So yes, I am saying that.
Well,
Listen,
there
I'm not
there
going to
are men.
pretend that.
There are. Hold on. Let me
Okay.
just say this
Sorry,
much.
I didn't hear you.
I
Go ahead.
watched that in my own family, my own cousin. We gangsters, you heard me? And I saw her throw a big old, I don't know if y'all remember, but they used to have the remote controls for the old cable, and they were huge. And she threw this at her husband, right?
Mhm.
And she hit him in the head with it and it cut him, right? And I remember that shit because she was like, basically saying like, and then another time she called the police and she told me, "Oh, he broke my door. That's why my door don't close." And then when the police left, she was laughing. She was like, "Girl, I got mad with him and kicked that door, and that's why that door don't close." And I was so angry with her because I'm like, "Girl, why you telling these police a lie?" And then you knew it was a lie. So I will say it does happen. But I will also say that I've seen a man with my own eyes, which girl still haunts me, drag a woman face through rocks and beat the shit out of her. I've also seen men, like I saw a woman with her two teeth knocked out of her mouth, two teeth knocked out of her mouth
Mhm.
because she disagreed with him or argued back with him or had words for him. I've seen both sides of it. I've seen where women would do things to a guy who she knew, and she would brag, "Oh, girl, he a pussy. He know, but he better not play with me." And then she'll pretend like she a victim. But I've also seen men be horrific victims, and
Mhm.
that has always been in my mind. Like I don't want to downplay um the woman as the victim, right? Because it's horrific when I see that. But
Right.
I've also seen women play a victim and then laugh about it. And even though the guy wasn't hurt or she wasn't hurt, you could have still got him in serious trouble. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, my mom
Thank God
pulled that shit,
thank
but
God
guess
he
what?
did.
She was
Wait, thank
guess
God he didn't get in serious trouble, but he could have gotten in serious trouble. So I've
listen, my
seen it
mom
on
pulled
both
that
sides.
shit, Mule. I mean, I get it. My
But
mom
I do
pulled that
believe
shit,
that
but
when it's
guess
the
what?
man being the abuser, it's more really heinous violence, right? Whereas the women play violence.
Mm.
That's what I think Bomb is saying.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Wait, what you
But
saying?
just like you say, you saw some things. I saw some things. I've seen
Hmm.
Aunt Cheese pick up motherfucking bottles and pop him in his motherfucking head. I've seen her pull out guns on him. I've seen her pull knives on him, and
Hmm.
he just love her so much. I'm not understanding, right? Because we don't understand even when women do it. There are men who get abused too.
Man,
Okay,
not the
but
highest estate of a woman. I'm not gonna go for that. So my mama was doing that bullshit with my father. But guess what? My father turned her out at the age of 15. And she had grew some tough skins behind that. Understand when there's some trifling ass women, it's because they've been around trifling ass men. I'm not gonna sit there and assume that, oh, well, she old enough to know that she could go get her a weak man and start abusing him and stuff when she's been abused first and coming up, because they develop a thick skin and they turn around and they start giving back what was given to them coming up. They fucking
Mhm.
life is fucked up. So I don't want to hear that women do equal amount of abuse to a man. Because first of all, where I come from, women gonna tell you stories about what happened to their grandmothers, their mamas, to themselves, and we gotta stop the cycle. We don't know any man that will sit there and let a woman beat his ass. Because if a woman touch him, he gonna say, "Oh shit, you know what I'm saying? I choked her."
I can fully agree with both of what you're saying because I've seen it on both. And what I'm saying is I've seen it on both. But what I'm trying to get to today is how can we get to a point where not one or the other is how can we get to normalcy? How
I'm
can we
saying,
Well,
not let
I want to
people
say,
everybody keep
something too. Like
going.
I seen it on both sides too, and honestly, I think it's despicable. I don't like to see women hitting men. I don't, and I
I
don't like to
don't
see
either.
women, and I don't like when, and I definitely don't like it when men hit women because we know most of the time men do have a little
See,
bit
Will,
more
what you
force
talking about? Your wrench ain't revoked.
behind
What are
that
you talking
that
about?
that that punch. Oh, he don't have a
I'm sorry.
wrench.
Oh, okay.
I can
I will
myself.
say,
No,
I
but
will
I want to
definitely.
say
Oh,
like,
go ahead.
oh, and I just want to say that men, I mean women that hit men, like I really feel like that's out of line because if that man was to turn around and hit you back, he could possibly knock you completely out. So like I
Right.
just feel like hitting each other is just a no go.
Uh,
Period.
I can
You
say
don't
for
hit
I
each other,
myself
agree.
men
personally,
or women.
I agree.
I
A
can
woman
say
should
for
not
myself
put hands on a
personally,
man unless she has no goddamn choice and he putting hands on her. And it's life or death situation. She's
I
gonna
was
have
just,
to defend herself. But what I'm saying is
I was,
9 times out of 10, it starts off young. These young girls was turned out. They've been they by whatever the hell, and she thought she was at a dream or whatever it may be. And now she's gotten older,
mhm.
she's gotten bitter.
I
And
can,
now she's getting bitter
I,
is everything. She's gonna hate the man for it, and yeah, she's gonna become abusive. My mama was one of them. So what you're describing, that's fine, but guess what? It didn't come with a price. My father was 24 messing with a 15-year-old. That's my mother. So of course she's gonna grow up and start fighting men and shit because he did shit to her. You know what I'm saying? At the same talking, the daughters suffer because guess what? Now she feel like she in competition with her own damn daughter. Because now she in her mid-30s, but your daughter is 13, 14, and you thinking you finna compete against her over a man that your daughter's not even interested in. She's not even into older men like you were. So
And that's the
Okay,
man's.
I can understand that, Jean, but
just
how are
wanted to
we
say,
gonna
can I
heal
say,
this?
can,
Wait, no, let me just
I
say
just
this.
wanted to,
How can we heal this? How can we stop the men from feeling like this and the women from feeling like this? Because I want us to see how we can get to some type of damn normalcy.
I feel like,
Mule.
I feel like until more humans go through therapy and healing, they don't need to be trying to get together because the girl that she just explained is me. I
Bingo.
started when I was in the 6th grade. I was the only girl. I only weighed 100 pounds, but I already had D cup boobs. And I was a tomboy. So I like to play basketball and do stuff with the boys. But because the boys are growing up in rape culture, they thought that it was okay to grab my titties and grab my ass and take out running. So when I was in the 6th grade, I started carrying a purse, even though I wasn't a girly girl. And I put a lock in it and I beat they ass if they put their hands on me. And I can say, as a 41-year-old woman, I've had to fight more men than I've had to fight women. And I mean physically. And it wasn't because I wanted to, it was because it was either I just sit there and let them beat my ass or I fight back.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I
I
mean.
think
Listen. I've also
So the way that I am choosing to heal myself, I've been celibate for almost a year. I stay the fuck away from them because I see the manipulation and what they're doing. I've been sitting back and watching all of this.
Mhm.
So the way that I'm working on myself. I'm not trying to be in no relationship with somebody else that's damaged too, that's gonna fuck me up even more.
Right.
I agree with Black Dahlia in regards to
Everybody need to sit they hot pussies and hot dicks the fuck down.
exactly. I'm in agreement. I think it should be a standstill. There should be no reason why anybody is really trying to form relationships and stuff like that. Like the community in itself is too toxic, and we are too toxic for each other right now, right? Because women are dealing with their pain, their issues, and the things that's going on, and then men, they have their own shit too. I'm not even going to act like they don't. But I think there's a lot of healing that needs to happen, and no one needs to be forming coalitions with each other trying to heal, because what happens is if the man is healing and a woman is healing, everybody thinks in fantasy land that they're both going to be able to heal with each other. No, someone is going to take a back burn in that relationship, and someone's healing is going to become a priority before the other. The best way for both people to have their healings priorities, they need to focus on themselves.
Now you see how now I agree. Now you see how we always talking amongst each other, even though some of us disagree on certain things. Listen, we always talking about what we need to do, and it's always on the sisters. Everything is always on the sisters. Nobody ever said, I've never heard them say, except for what I'm gonna say. But we need to start telling these men they need to start talking to other men. And you need to start talking to other men about how y'all gonna take care of y'all. Right now, y'all need to start focusing on being with women. Get out of our lane. Let us heal amongst ourselves, talk to each other. Sisters, we got a
Okay, can I ask y'all to please hit the like button? Please hit the like and subscribe button, please.
I don't know if you're seeing Mule.
Subscribing.
Mule.
Like
I don't know if you're seeing on your side, but people are actually hitting the like counter. But
okay,
sometimes
YouTube's
YouTube's
the
glitchy.
Like and the subscribe because I'm watching Swab. I'm watching the argument league and I don't see anything moving over there.
Oh, that's because you probably ain't really switched the things.
Yeah, I'm going live on both channels because I really want people over at his channel too.
Can I say this in regards to what Tejan was saying and MJ was saying? I agree with both of what you're saying. The part of what I don't agree, Tejan, with is you've seen many conversations in the past in regards to us women having the conversation with the gentlemen and the men that are around different spaces and saying in regards to therapy and counseling and in regards to setting up whether it's sister circles, brother circles, and the think tanks that we've tried to conduct in the past for the male counselors and therapists to be able to step forward to formulate their own circles. Yeah. And when I came up with that idea, I was told to back off and let the men do the men and for the women to be the women, deal with the women.
No, you're
Hold
right.
on a second.
Right.
Let me finish, Dejan. Let me finish. Okay. So we as women took a step back because the guys said that they were going to go and deal with the guys. At the same time, what I've watched happen is on different versions of social media, whether it's been YouTube, whether it's TikTok, whether it's been Instagram, is that there are male counselors out there and they're feeling messed about because guys are coming to them sometimes. They're not doing the work. They're not ready to do the work. They're wasting their time when they've got lists that are full of people who actually want the support. Mental health services is overrun with the amount of people that need support. We need more men to go and get educated in that field to be able to provide more services to help with what's going on in the mental health services framework, as well as other people helping to volunteer. Now, there are women out there on different social media that are mental health therapists that are helping both women and helping both men. So part of the cry out that some of the men that I'm seeing on social media saying that nobody's there to help them, I'm seeing men within those realms coming forward and saying that's a lie. We're here to support you. Y'all got to be able to pick up the phone and be ready to do the work. Now, half of these guys are not ready to do the work. Mule, let's just be real about this, because if they were ready to do the work, when Kobe Bryant died and there was that whole outpouring from black men within the community, and black men were coming forward and saying about the issues that they had with their father and this kind of situation, and that they were going to go and get therapy and they were going to go and get counseling, the majority of them didn't. The majority of them ran to Kitten Hills, and that became their godfather. Okay, instead of going and investing in themselves properly, they decided to go to another degenerate who wasn't giving them the right advice.
Right.
So,
and I agree with you. No, I agree with all of the things that you're saying. They're not doing it. And that's why I'm saying that's all we got to keep doing. We all got to keep doing.
Okay, but let me just say this here. I don't want to always focus on what they're not doing. What I want to focus on is seeing what's going on, right? We see these guys are treating their women not right, right? I want us to say that shit is fake, but I don't want to take in separate ourselves from men who feel different. You get what I'm saying? I don't want to take and make it seem like
So give me.
most men feel like this. I do not in my heart believe, because I come from normal ass people. I don't believe most normal people believe what this YouTube shit is teaching us. I just can't believe it. I don't see it in my everyday life. When I hear these guys, and some of them, honestly, I have fall for, and I go, oh, this is a good guy. And then I hear later on how he talk about his wife, and I go, well, that's some bullshit. Because if I was his wife, I would feel humiliated. I would be like, what the fuck is he talking about? Is his way or the highway, or I better believe what he, I don't have a voice, or she gotta be at my beck and call. That shit is not realistic. What I'm trying to say is we have to stop falling for this bullshit. I don't want women to think this is normal. And I don't want men to think it's normal either. This is where I'm coming from. I'm not coming from a gender. This is the problem with the gender war shit. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't want to be in it. I feel like I heard another person say, you have to pick a side. If I'm going to pick a side, I'm going to pick the woman's side because that's the side I'm on, right? That's my side. But I don't really want to pick a side because that shit is not real life. It's not to have a better life. To have a better life is to have somebody who just is your partner, who is your friend, who is your lover, who loves you and who you love. This is the thing I don't hear these people talking about. They don't talk about fucking love. They don't talk about caring for somebody. They don't talk about what you would do for somebody. And I think that I'm only speaking on me and my opinion right now. Y'all can call me a mammy, a mule, whatever you want to call me. Speaking on me, I enjoy having somebody who takes care of me. I enjoy having somebody when I was sick and in the hospital who was there for me. I enjoy having a person who can be accountable for me. I haven't really, he's been very healthy. But I've always joked with him and said, if anything ever happened to you, I will have your back as well. And I want to have his back. Y'all don't know the love. I want people to experience love to where you want to take care of somebody. You want, not just your children. When we have our kids, we love them. We want to take care of them, right? If you can have that love with an adult and you want to take care of them one day, even though you may never have had to take care of them, it's just a different type of love. And I don't think that it's promoted. I really don't think that real shit is promoted. I think this fake shit about money, a career, how much he made, how good he do, this fake shit is always promoted. This real life shit is not promoted online. And I really think that it's undermined. It's seriously undermined because I've been to the point. Listen, when I had my 12-year-old son, my heart stopped 6 times. I had to be resuscitated. To have a husband to take and say they don't want their son being born, they'd rather me being born. Listen, certain things people can love you through. That even though I was angry that he chose me over my baby, I still know he loved me so much. I don't want everybody in the world to miss having real love or having real affection for somebody over bullshit. Over, you better do what I say, you better jump. When I say jump, you better say hi, hi. This is fake shit to me. This is not reality. Reality is, I got your back. You got my back. When it comes through any storm, I got his back. When it comes through, he has my back. I want you guys to experience it. I want you to feel it. I want you to know that it's real.
Can I say this, and then I'm going to drop off because I need to come off the... Sorry, MJ, I didn't mean to cut you.
I'm sorry.
No, listen, I was saying this to Mumu last night and some of the other gentlemen that, you know, hang around my platform and stuff like that and protect the space. I celebrate those that have healthy, good Black love in their lives. I celebrate those of you like Mule, like Bomb Cherry, like T Will, like Mumu, and the rest of the real men that I've come to know in this space. At the same time, Mule, I get what you mean.
Vista for business cards.
Oh,
Yeah, we put that. But did
I
you
don't
know
know
we
what that
accept
was in the
that?
background.
Must be me.
And
I'm
that.
sorry, y'all. Wait a minute.
And that.
That was me.
I
Okay, cool.
celebrate those that are able to find that kind of love, Mule, but your reality is not our reality. And I get the point where, because you're getting to know the space, when I came into the space, I had a similar thought process to you about certain things. But the fact is, personally for me, I'm in a different place. And I get what you're trying to do, and I appreciate it. And I'm glad to see you and Bomb Cherry continue to do it. But the fact is, this is our reality, Mule, Bomb, other people out there. This is our reality. This is our children's reality. Half of these people that I've come to know that are degenerate, it's been through the playground. It's been through children and teenagers talking about it. It's been through young men and young women who have been talking about these people that are online. So it's not fake. I get what you mean in terms of the fake image and the fake pseudo personas, but this is real life to the point
No,
that
no,
it's
no, no,
in.
no, no, no,
Let me
no. Hold
finish.
on,
Let me
Queen.
finish.
No, Queen. Let me stop you. I'm not saying what you're saying is fake. What
Mhm.
I'm saying is, when I watch these men
Mhm.
talk about is their way or the highway, or the way they treat their wives, I'm saying that shit is fake. No
No,
women that I've ever met, no woman I've ever met would be happy being in a relationship with these type of men. If a man told any friend or sister I have the shit that these men proclaim online, it would not lead to a healthy, happy relationship. This is what I'm trying to say. I don't want women to believe that they have. Listen, I'm so sick of. I'm God. I don't even know what to do. Sometimes I want to come and attack. I promise you, these femininity coaches, right? And I'm trying to not attack these women. I don't want to attack these women because they're women, right? I'm here for women. But sometimes the way I see these wives or these women let these men talk to them, this is not fucking real life. This is not some shit. It's not real. It's
well,
not
unfortunately,
real.
Mule.
It's submissive,
This is
Mila.
not
It's
real.
called being submissive because I listen. I participated
Let me
in
tell you
that.
something, Tejon. I don't know about being submissive.
Yeah.
So if you want to tell me about submissive shit, I'm really not even in. I'm not in that category. I don't want to hear it. I'm gonna tell you something, Tejon. I love you, sister. I don't want to hear nothing about being submissive because when I first learned about that submissive shit, I asked my husband. It became a big argument. He was like, "What you done did?" I'm like, Am I submissive? Well, why am I submissive? I'm like, Negro, am I submissive? He asking me questions. I'm asking him questions. This is not a real topic in real fucking life. You understand? It's just not. It's not normal. You guys are really in YouTube land. This shit is not normal.
Well, YouTube wasn't around when I was in a so-called submissive relationship. At least what I'm saying to you,
I'm
Lima,
sorry.
is
I don't know
YouTube
about
had
it,
nothing to
I don't
do
know.
with the fact that women just did what they were told because they loved their husbands. They thought their husbands knew what they were talking about, and at the end of the day, she still got her ass beat. She still had to please him sexually. She still had to cook for him. He had babies on her. She still was submissive and very obedient, and she went by the Bible. This had nothing to do with YouTube. But women are coming out and they're speaking out, and it's hitting on YouTube, and the men are capitalizing on it.
Okay. She talking about church. She talking about religion.
Okay, but see, Tejon, were you in a religion like Bob said? Because let me be honest with you. I love all the religions. I'm gonna be real with you. I am probably the most religious person and the most. hold on. I'm also the most non-religious person too. I believe in all of that shit. Listen, if you tell me God delivered you from something, I honestly, in my heart, feel it and I believe it, right? But I'm also the most non-religious person because I believe a lot of this man-made shit ain't real. I don't know how to explain it other than that. I can't, if I go too deep into it, I'm gonna run some of y'all off.
No,
But
you
what I
won't.
will, no, but what I will tell y'all is what you believe, I respect. I respect what you believe to the fullest. But what I will tell you is to have a great relationship is to have a partner, a friend, a lover. If you can love somebody, if you can have respect for that person, let me tell you something. I can get on here and say all kind of bitch hole, all kind of cuss words. But when me and this man who I love argue, I promise you, you will never hear a curse word. You know why? Because he's not going to curse at me, and I damn sure I'm never going to curse at him. We don't do that to each other.
Lima,
it's all about respect, man. It's
right,
about
and
respect. It's about love.
Right,
if
Lima.
these men are getting up here dishonoring their women, they sit up here and act like their women are their fucking slaves. I don't want women to believe that this shit is normal. I don't want brothers to believe that this is normal, that they're supposed to feel like their woman is shit. Or feel like they're supposed to wait till their 40s to have sex with a woman. These men are tricking y'all. They're tricking you. This is not normal shit.
Like, Lima, I totally understand what you're talking about. Like, the whole love, genuine love and respect for a person, right? And I do believe when you have healthy, lovable relationship that you're equally exchanging from each other to fill each other up or better each other in some type of way where you're complete, but you're adding to your cup, right? Because that's where it's supposed to be at. You're supposed to be complete whether you're with someone or not. And most of the time, these people are getting in a relationship and their cup is half full. And they're expecting so much from their partner, and their partner can't fill their cup and they can't fill their own cup, okay? And I will never, ever promote any woman to be in a relationship or man to be in a relationship that is not adding on to their life in a positive, healthy way. So
but what
yes,
you just said makes no sense though, right? Because if my cup is already full, when I get with this man, how could he pour anything into it? It wouldn't. It's already full, and so that's why.
That's the point. He's not supposed to pour anything into you. He is supposed to be a addition, just like you are supposed to be an addition to him. He should already would be in the path that he needs to go, that God told him to go. And you should already be in the path where you're supposed to be, and y'all supposed to align with each other.
But are y'all religious or not? Because even what you're saying, 1 minute you mention God, but what you're saying is not what they believe in the Bible. You pour into each other's cup in the Bible. But
well,
now
I believe in a God. I don't believe in the Bible.
Yeah, but see what
I'm staying away from the Bible.
As if you're talking about the Bible because you mentioned God, but then you're not talking, and that's why y'all are confused out here.
But God is not only in the Bible.
Let me tell you, if a man don't need you, why would he choose you? If you don't need him, what in the fuck are you doing with him? You just said you don't need to be with you don't want nobody you need. You say you should be full already, filled, fully happy, everything already.
Right.
Well, that don't make sense, because if that's true, then why are you wasting somebody else's time?
Why would it be a waste to be with someone?
Because
that's
you just
what I'm saying.
Because
you're saying
you don't want him. You full.
No, but I'm trying to say this, like, so you're saying that when you go out with your friends, or if you go out or spend time with a family member, they're fulfilling something for you?
Yeah, they're your friends. They're fulfilling a lot of things. Don't your friends help you get through things? They make sure you're not lonely. You get to go places with them. Yes, they are.
No, that's not how I view my friends. My friends are not supposed to fill me.
We're
I didn't
supposed
say
to
they're supposed to
enjoy.
feel
We're
you.
supposed to enjoy our time together. That's the thing. I'm not saying that you're wrong. It's just that the way how I view things is when I deal with relationships with people is
And
we're
that's the
enjoying. We're
delusion that I was
enjoying.
thinking about. Delusional on both sides, the male and the female.
How is
The
that
women and the men.
delusional?
Y'all
That's
are
not
just as
delusional.
delusional as these men.
How is that delusional? That I want to
Somebody said
enjoy
up here
people.
earlier
I
that
want people
both
to
male and
enjoy
female
me
need
the
to stop
same way
having
that
sex.
I enjoy
That's
them.
Listen,
I'm not
There's a
looking
lot
for
of
someone to
delusion,
do
baby.
for me, and I shouldn't be expecting anyone to do
no,
do for me and I do for them.
no. Let me just be honest. Okay, let me tell you on my relationship, the way I look at me and my relationship. He does for me, and I do for him. I'm gonna be
Right.
honest. As the woman, I receive first, right? He has had to show me how he would do for me, and he loves me. And then I reciprocate that back, and I want to do. It makes me, because he wants to do for me, because he, listen to what I just said, because he wants to do for me, it makes me now want to do for him. So it's reciprocal.
But
It's
that's
he's
different.
shown me one thing,
Yeah, but that's what she's
and
saying.
so
That's what
I'm showing him
You
something
just
else.
said, you just proved you guys are saying the same thing. So you just said that you want to do it for him. You didn't say
Yes,
that you need.
and
You
That's
didn't
exactly
say
what
that you
not
need
only
to
do
it's
do
I
it
a
for him.
want
want, not a
to do it for
need.
him,
Because what
but
So
happens,
you guys are saying the same thing.
right?
wait a
That's what
minute.
No,
I'm
Let me tell
right.
you
That's what I'm
something.
saying. Like you
I
should
feel
you
like
should
a
want to do
man.
things for
No,
people. But
But
when you
MJ,
get
I feel like a man should need me,
That's
and then
right.
I also feel like I should need him,
and when
That's
he
right.
need
right?
but
Because
the
when he
problem
shows
is
me that
but when
he
he so
enjoys
but
me,
here's
he appreciates me, he respects me.
the
It
problem with
This
that,
is the
Lima.
problem. Listen, let me tell you. My dad always told me this. A woman should never love a man more than he shows he loves her. Then he shows he loves her. Then he proves that he loves her. And the reason why is because women are natural fucking givers. We are natural nurturers. This is the reason why I believe men should pay for dinner, pay for the dates, pay for everything. You know why? Because when that man ever have a shortcoming, that woman will cover him. That woman will go out of her mind to figure out, okay, well, we need to do this. We need to do that. You understand? But
Lima,
when he doesn't be a man and can't stand as a man, that is when that woman feel, I'm not really sure how he really. If a woman is not really sure how you feel about her, then she's uneasy and
Lima,
she's not sure how you feel about her, right?
You know
But
what
when a woman is
the biggest
sure,
problem I got
she's
with
gonna
that,
go
Mule?
above and beyond.
Yeah, but Lima, with the biggest problems I have with that, you just said the key word, and this is why it's fucking everybody up. You said your daddy told you. Now let me tell you something. Your mama's supposed to be teaching you this shit. See,
oh,
let
yo,
me tell you
my
something. This
God.
is how come my daughter. This is how come my daughter is successful in her
Let me
relationship
just
right
tell you
now.
this here. My mama died when I was
Because
3 years old. So everything I really know, honestly, came from a man. And my dad told me to get that education. My daddy told me to go ahead and be all I could be. My daddy taught me a lot. And when I got married, my daddy told me, make sure he show you. Make sure that man love you. Don't
yeah,
love him more
okay,
than he
so
gonna
here's
love
what I
you.
wanted to say, Lima.
but
What I wanted to say, I understand your concept, but I'm telling you that concept is flawed. And the reason why
right,
I'm telling you that is because when you have married women, right, who provide a need for married husbands, and and that married husband steps out in the marriage, who was he more? Where did he put more his energy for? Did he put his energy for the woman that he needed to be govern his household, or did he go after he want the woman out of the household?
Because
You
at the
put
end of the day,
Monique
when it
still.
comes with these,
Okay,
when
so
it comes with these
that's
men,
ridiculous.
when it comes to most of these
but
men,
He's still
MJ,
when it
taking care of
comes,
I
hold
home
haven't
on, let
for
me
the most
finish, let
part.
me
experienced that, so
finish,
I
let me
don't
finish,
know.
But
let
it's
me finish.
weird
When
So
it
how
comes,
nobody's
non-married
hold on,
women
validating
can
hold on,
what
tell
I'm
Tayshawn,
saying.
married
Tayshawn,
women
hold on, let me finish.
that
So
they
When
you
it
bringing
cannot
up
comes
a
to
trust
new
these
each other,
topic,
men,
and
MJ.
how they
let me finish.
MJ,
disrespect
you
your
bringing up a
father
whole
because
new
your
Let
topic.
father
me
gave you
explain.
the information. This is the delusion that we have with these young women.
It's not delusion, it's
It's
fact.
delusion.
Because
Every,
this is
and
setting
there
you,
is no
this is
fact in
setting
you
yourself
because you
up.
don't. You
It's
if you
setting
haven't
yourself up to
experienced
be
it, then you don't
used
know what
and
you're talking
abused
about.
and pour into people and pouring into
I
people.
understand
You
you're
should be
being
supposed to be
afraid, young
pouring into
lady. I
yourself
understand that,
and your
but
cup is full,
your
and then you
your
have addition
situation,
so you
the
can
things that
actually
you're saying.
enjoy your
Somebody just
relationship
told me that
instead
the
of
issue
being
was
in
that her
a
father
relationship where
taught
you're
her,
indebted to
which
each other.
tells me that they didn't have a
That's
father to
what's
teach
the
them, and so they
problem.
don't
That is
understand
the exact
that men are
problem.
just
That
as
is the issue.
valuable as women. And
You're
it seems like
supposed to be
it's
full
okay. Some of y'all
when
just
you're
need to
in a
switch to women
relationship.
and just
You're supposed to be
clap
full.
cheeks together.
You're
That's all
not
y'all need to
supposed to
do.
be. You're not
This shit
supposed to
is
be looking for
nonsense.
anyone. You shouldn't be looking for anyone to be filling your cup. The only
Okay, but
person
this is
in
what
the
I'm saying.
Bible that's
No
supposed to be
man
filling your
wants a
cup, if you
woman
want to
who's
according
gonna
to
be
the
in
Bible, is
competition with
supposed to
him,
be
Listen,
or
God,
he's
hold
gonna
on,
right?
be
hold
saying,
on,
It
"Oh,
hold
look,
shouldn't be a
on.
honey, I don't
human.
need you."
Wait,
So you're putting too much
MJ,
Things are
Byron,
responsibility.
I
ridiculous.
can't.
What?
The
MJ,
delusion
calm
is
down.
all out.
Shh, I
What?
cannot hear.
Wait, what?
We only need one person to talk at a time. I can't hear you guys. Y'all all talking at one time.
Why
What I
is that
want,
we
I
should
just want.
clap a pussy?
Hold on, ma'am. I just want one person to talk at a time. We all can't. We can all sing together, but we cannot all talk together. We can't hear, and then it just seems like a bunch of arguing. We can't even make out what's being said. So I want everybody to have their voice, but I want everybody to kind of talk at one time because I couldn't even make nothing out. So I mean, I don't know who was talking first or
It
whatever.
was me because I was answering to you, but
Yeah,
Okay, go
this,
ahead,
go
Tejon.
ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm
But we're
saying
gonna talk all
I
at a
understand.
time. We're not gonna talk together, okay, honey?
Okay.
You're right. We're gonna do.
Okay.
I'm
Well, I
sorry,
just
y'all.
want to
I'm sorry.
say I understand, your situation was a little different. But the problem is we never loved our daughters. We raised them. We didn't love them right. And I had to do it with my daughter. I didn't want to do what my mom did to me. My mother looked at me as a damn competition, you see. So I wasn't taught. My father told me you can't trust these niggas. Well, what he never been clear about it. Okay. I ended up with guys with older men who are very abusive. And it wasn't. I didn't want that. I didn't ask for it. I didn't ask for that. And I don't think women who's been in my shoes, that's in the same category as me, should be judged or about how we getting judged. We ain't finding the right men. Half these goddamn men ain't right. They're not your husband. They don't even believe in what your husband believed in. So I'm saying to you, I had to do what's different from my daughter. She set a high status for herself, and it was about self. And guess what? It drove her a man. He believes in her. He's not doing shit. They've been together for 5 years. He has not once abused her. He has not once called her names. And she divested. She's my biracial black daughter. I'm telling you, I protected her more so than just raised her. I protected her while I was raising her, but I always told her she was beautiful. Don't let nobody do this. Don't let nobody do that. She watched her father abuse me. Her sisters and brothers watched her father abuse me. And I'm saying to you, I was obedient. I suppose what they consider obedient. I don't, again, you saying this shit is fake. Yeah, it's fake for them.
No,
Okay.
no,
So
no,
we
no,
take
Tejon.
that shit
Tejon, let
serious.
me correct myself. I'm not saying being submissive is fake. What I'm saying is it does not lead to me. When I say fake, it doesn't lead to healthy relationships. It doesn't lead to happiness. That's submission shit. When I see it, when I see these women online teaching femininity classes, that shit is fake to me. That shit will not lead you to happiness. And what I'm trying to say is just being normal with each other, being loving to each other, being kind, having respect for each other.
Yep.
That to me will lead to more happiness among black couples than anything.
And
Because
lastly,
let me be honest to
I have
you,
a question.
Sanjon. Every woman and every man is fucking different. What one woman and one man might enjoy in life, another couple won't. What I'm trying to say is find somebody who loves you and likes you, and y'all like the same things. Y'all can be happy together. It's not going to be the same for the next marriage, though. And you should not judge each marriage. But what I am saying is this here fake submissive shit, when they're talking this femininity online, this shit is dangerous to me. It scares me because it's leading people into unnatural shit. Okay, I'm going on mute.
Okay, so I have a question. What is a biracial black daughter? What's that?
I'm the seed of my children. I give life importance. So I'm a black woman. My child is black first. My baby is part Filipino. So she black and then with
I say the same thing. I say the same.
What is
my daughter is black biracial.
That's right.
That means culturally she is black, but genetically she is biracial.
Mm-hmm.
What you mean by
you nurture your child when you're pregnant with your baby.
I don't understand.
I'm confused. I'm asking why
culture is
the black white.
Like how race is different. So
I want to answer it to her so I can give her a clear understanding.
But I asked somebody else first, and they the ones who said it, and then you decided to jump in and say, "I do that."
Because I'm the one mentioned it. I said my daughter was black biracial.
Oh, okay. So I'm confused because it looked like two of y'all was talking. Okay, go ahead. You don't want to say it. Go ahead.
So you're pregnant with you're a black woman. You're pregnant with your baby. Okay, I don't care if it's by a black man or a white man. Okay. Anything that you do, you raise that fetus and that baby to be you. Everything comes from you, from the food to how you speak, how you cry, how you sing, and then as the baby is born.
No. I'm sorry. What is black biracial?
That's what I asked her, but she's gonna go
You
around
come
it.
from the womb of your black mama. White. You ever heard of a white woman giving birth to black children naturally?
If you're a black woman, your baby is black, right? I'm sorry. I'm just asking.
Yeah.
Culturally, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it's raised at culture. That's what I'm saying. Culture is different than genetic.
Yeah, but see, you will be wrong. I'm a black woman, and my culture is Creole. Okay, my culture would be Cajun.
Okay.
But
so that's a culture. We're talking about just your race. Just
okay,
your race.
but then you said you
racial genetic DNA. Your genetic DNA. Would you say a white woman can give birth to black babies naturally too?
What? No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying as a black woman. Hold on.
Y'all the ones seem to be playing with this shit. What is a biracial black?
I'm a black woman.
Your
right?
mama is black.
Wait, Tejon, I'm a black woman, but I also identify as being Creole. That's just my culture. That's just what I was raised in, right?
Yeah.
I was born into a Creole culture, right? But
so we're saying the same thing.
I've always been black, right? So I don't know.
We're saying the same thing.
Now what is the biracial?
Look, everybody would say Meech X was black because her daddy was white. That's not correct. She black because her mama black. She got her nurturing and everything from her mama. She go to her mama's race for everything. She's black.
I get it. I get it now. So you're saying because you're black and white, but black and white children.
Wait, who's black and white?
Black, right?
Who's black and white?
The father don't. Everybody goes by the father carries the seed, and the father do not. He's a fertilizer.
Wait a minute. You're saying your daughter's father is white?
Yes.
No, my daughter's father is black and Filipino.
Okay, so see, that's what I'm saying. He's black. So who said yes? Because see, we're not stupid. We know what biracial mean. But y'all we're stupid and y'all want to talk about culture. Biracial mean the racial.
I know what a culture
is. More different races.
We're saying
only one
the same thing.
There's no need for such aggression. We're saying the same thing. If
No,
you
you're not. You're not saying what she's saying. And if you would let
proud
her
of
speak,
being
you'll
Creole,
be able to
if
clear
you
this up.
be proud of being Creole, then why can't our children culturally say that they know that they are Black culturally, but genetically they are biracial? How do you not understand that
Wait,
that's
I don't
Because she
understand. Wait,
didn't.
wait, let me
two
just say
different
this.
things?
So Creole, in where I come from, Creole is Black. I
Yes,
don't
but because
No,
but
that's not
culturally,
true. That's not
no,
even
yes,
no,
true.
no, no,
yes,
no,
but
no.
that
Okay,
is a
Listen, no, no,
subsidy.
no.
So you are
Listen,
Creole.
I
I'm from
think
the
you. I
Midwest.
think.
We both are
Okay.
Southern, but because I am not Creole, we are not going to have the same tradition.
Yes,
y'all
but in
see how they playing
Louisiana,
games. I'm
we
gone.
might
Don't
be
do
Your
that.
Creole,
culture is
On my
different
channel.
than mine.
but we never deny that we're Black at the same time.
That's the
We
point
can
in
be
saying
Creole
Black
and Black at the same
biracial,
time.
because these
But
children can
listen, I
sometimes be
never heard
ambiguous.
myself say that I'm Black biracial. I am
Yes,
not.
but
Okay,
our
but listen.
biracial
If I
children
was a white woman, if I was a
I don't
white
know
woman
if I
and
had.
I'm
Let me
So
let me just
with
be
a
honest.
child,
If
and
I
I'm
had to
telling you my
choose,
child is Black,
okay,
would
Terry
that be
John, let me
incorrect?
just say this here. If I had to choose between being Black or Creole, I think I would, because of the country, I would choose Black, right? But I'm saying I'm Creole because I'm from Louisiana and that's just my culture that I
It's
was
confusing
raised in,
though.
right?
No,
But
but
yes,
it doesn't.
what we
I'm
talking
not a
about?
separate person from being fucking Black. I'm Black 100% of the time. You get what I'm saying?
That's confusing though.
No,
Lima.
no, no. Okay, well maybe that's confusing to y'all, but the way we were
You're either Black or
raised
you're
up.
white. The
But I'm not.
ethnicity comes with
Okay.
that
I'm
Black and
no
white.
fucking well white. That's what I'm trying to say. That's not biracial. Blacks or Creoles is. We not saying we biracial. I don't understand this. I really
no, you're
don't
not,
understand.
because you're not biracial. So why would you say that?
I'm not biracial. I'm not saying
So
I'm
why would you say
biracial.
that?
I'm saying in Louisiana we can say we
You
Creole.
would never disrespect your Creole culture. You're never going to let that go
Yeah,
ever.
I grew up that way,
Right.
right?
So that's the point in saying Black biracial. I don't understand why you so
But I've
aggressive.
never been biracial. I've
You're
always
not.
been
So why
Creole.
do you get to decide what our children are? These are our children.
Who are you? Who are your children?
Me and the
Okay.
other lady that Tanjan that has a
But
Black
she said her
biracial.
children are Black and Black, right? Filipino.
No, she said her children are Black biracial, just like my daughter.
Right.
I've been saying the same thing, and I got attacked on a panel and questioned why you call your daughter Black biracial, because that's what she is.
Right.
And
I
it's
don't know
so
nothing
hard
about
for
being
you
white.
guys that
I'm not
are
white.
not. It's
I'm not
conversations with
either.
people. That's what I'm saying. Like, you wanted to argue about we're not married, so we shouldn't be able to speak on we're delusional. But now all of a sudden,
No,
our
ma'am. No,
experience
ma'am.
isn't ours
Ma'am,
because
don't
you don't
lie.
understand it.
I'm never saying
And you're
that
yelling
somebody
at
should
us
not
because
speak.
we sat here and listened to you married women tell us that we were delusional and we need to find this love and all this stuff.
Ma'am, I
I'm not
never
finding
told
nobody
you you were
love.
delusional. I don't know where
No,
you
you
getting this shit
didn't.
from.
You didn't. Bomb Cherry did, but you
Bomb
agreed
Cherry
because you're
never
married.
told you that. She
She
never said
did
that
say
to
we're
you.
delusional. She just fired up a stream about these these dumbass broads.
Ma'am, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. We're not saying you're delusional. What I'm saying
She
is,
did say that. She
I,
said that because we call our children Black biracial and she doesn't understand it, we are delusional.
Well, that's probably the same one that believe if the man carry the seed and he don't. So I mean, come
I
on,
know.
girl.
I've been having these. Girl, I got yelled at a couple of days ago because I said that all living beings begin as feminine, and even though the dude Googled it and said that I was right, because he felt that I was attacking his manhood by telling him some information that he didn't know about himself, I got dragged for hours. I got called bitches, all types of
I'm
shit. I'm
confused
used to
too.
this.
I'm just saying I'm confused right now. I really am.
So Lima, the culture is, look, if I love Jamaican and Japanese food, that's a culture. That's a culture. That's somebody else's culture. It's basically the food, the scenery, and where you go. That's a culture. Okay. If you like somebody else's culture, you go and explore that. That's what a culture is. You may be either Black or white. And in that black race or that white race, you're either Ethiopian, from Nigeria, Algerian, that's black, okay? Whether they want to believe that shit or not. If you're white, then you're Polish, you're Irish, you're Celtic, okay? That's white. That's what that is, okay? And that's what that means. You're Chinese, they call that the white race. That's the white side of the race. Yeah, look it up. Look it up. Look it up. You see what I'm saying?
Let me just bring this back. Let me just bring it back. I don't know what's going on.
It's just black or white. That's it.
Okay, y'all keep saying it's black or white.
Right.
So what I'm trying to let me just say this. Creole is not a race. It's not a race.
No.
It has nothing to do with the color of my skin or nothing. It's just it's what you call an upbringing, right?
Right. Exactly.
Right? So when I say my race is fucking black or African American or whatever you want to say, but my upbringing is Creole, right? We speak a little patois, and we say a lot of wrong words. Put it like that, right?
Yeah.
You know, I had to train myself on speaking correct English because they mix words, right? If you really know Creole, people kind of can mix English words with regular words, right?
Yeah.
So I'm still not saying that I'm nothing but black. I'm still just black, but I have a different Creole upbringing. Do you get what I'm saying now?
No, I see what you're saying, but what you're saying is, but black is a race. Creole is a culture.
Exactly. Black is my race. I am African American 1000%. But what I'm saying, Creole is my culture.
So how do you not understand what we're saying to you if you're saying the exact same thing just on your side?
I'm sorry, who's speaking?
You're saying the exact same thing.
Who is that? Which one is that? Who is that? I'm sorry.
That was me, Black. You're saying the exact same thing.
Okay. So what are you telling me? That you're not black?
We didn't say that.
Are you not a black woman?
I'm telling you culturally, I'm telling you, yes, I am black, but culturally, I am not Creole, so I can't speak patois or whatever, however you pronounce that.
Okay, you may not be culturally Creole, right? But you're still black, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, then.
But culturally, but racially, my daughter is biracial. She is only culturally black. Do you understand that?
That's a race, though. You, because you're black, sister.
So she doesn't like it. She doesn't like it when niggas be trying to treat her like a preference and come up to her with that black queen shit. She will correct them and tell them that she is biracial.
Now my daughter
I think can I say something very quick, y'all?
Culturally, she's nothing but black. She ain't never been around white folks all like that.
Can I say something right quick?
I don't understand. I don't really understand.
Let me say something. Can I say something right quick?
That's the confusing part. Black is a race. It's not a culture. If you want to talk about black culture, then talk about soul food. She's into soul food. She's into rap music. She said that's a culture. Okay, black is not a culture. That's a race. Your race is a black woman. You're a black woman. That's not a culture, sweetie. That's race. Your daughter is black first. Then she is all this other what she's mixed with, whatever she's mixed with, right? Because the father does not carry the seed. So so culturally she's into her blackness, okay, but she is a black first. She is black first.
Yes, because she has my mitochondrial Eve DNA in which she will pass down. Yes, I understand that.
Exactly. That's it. But we don't know how.
I mean, Tequila, go ahead and speak, please. Because I'm confused.
I don't know. I'm gonna shut up because I don't know either.
No, please don't shut up because I really don't understand what's going on right now.
I thought I understood, but I really don't. And this is what I'm saying. What I was thinking was what they were saying was like, you know, by them raising their daughters, that they identify more with their black side.
They do. We do.
Than they do the other side. So that's why they say that is a black biracial. But I don't know. because I don't have
Yeah,
biracial
I
kids,
really
so
wish
I don't know.
Bob can come back and
we
talk
acknowledge
because y'all
that our
ran Bob
baby.
off, y'all. So I mean, this is
Yeah.
what I don't get. I
I
don't
Well,
understand why
it's really
black
simple.
women
We
will be
acknowledge that
against
our
another black woman. I don't get
we
that.
acknowledge that our baby father is not fully black or not black at all. We acknowledge
Yeah,
that.
but I don't get why you would have something against another black woman. You're still black women.
We don't have
So,
anything against black
what I'm
women.
saying,
What?
I don't
I
understand what you're
don't have
talking
anything against other black women.
about. Yeah, I don't either. What I said was,
I just don't like being called delusional because I'm stating something that you don't understand. It's outside of your realm of awareness and being attacked instead of like being like grown women.
Ma'am, I never heard anybody say that you were delusional. I promise you,
Said
I
it
never heard it.
repeatedly. She said it repeatedly.
What? Okay, so tell me, what were you supposed to be delusional about? Tell me what was repeated.
About calling our children black biracial, and that's how this whole discussion came about because Bomb said it was delusional for us to call our children black biracial because she didn't understand.
Okay, so if you're black,
So
your
it's just
child
a
is
lack
black,
of
right?
people
Can
put all
your
the time.
child pick and decide that they're white or a different race? No.
Well, first of
Your
all,
child has
if
to
I
be
was a
black.
white woman, would you say my child is black? I'm a white woman. Everything that I do is white. My family, my baby
Even
goes to
as
my family.
Tejon, if
Would
you're
I
a
sit there
white
and say my
woman,
baby's white,
let
black?
me be honest. I've known plenty of white women who've given birth to black kids.
Now that's very
Those
disrespectful.
children
Dude,
do
I'm
You
out.
not
understand that by
listen.
saying
Those
that you are
children do
taking
not
away
ever
from
have.
Black
yourself.
babies unless she's still an
Think
embryo.
that
Those children do not ever
you think
have
that a white
options.
woman can create what you can create? You are
Listen,
taking away from
those
yourself by
children
saying
of
that.
white
This is what
women.
we part ways on this one. Because there's no damn way that I'm going to agree to you that a white bitch can have a black baby unless she's stealing embryos from the clinic that has black women DNA all over it with black men, and that's a frozen fetus that she could put in that body. Any
That
frozen
did just
embryo,
But
happen.
you're not
that's the
listening to
only
me.
way, and she still has to
Tejon,
come out and say who
That
that
did just happen.
child's real parents is. She
Tejon,
still has
you're
to
not
go out.
listening to me, honey. I'm saying this, that as a black woman, you having a baby, your fucking baby cannot opt out of not being black.
Okay, so
I don't.
I have a
Okay,
black
so
baby.
so you
Can I say
your
my
child,
baby white?
you sitting up here saying that your child is this, that, and other. At the world will look at your child as being what? Black.
Mixed.
I don't give a
Black.
fuck.
Mixed with black.
So what is your point about all this biracial shit? That's what I don't get.
When I said that my daughter is a black biracial, the whole point, and see, I hate people don't listen. The biracials and them predators go after them big time because she's different. She don't look like the average black little girl, and that type of stuff. And I had to protect my daughter from predators. You understand? You understand what I'm saying? Because of how she looks. Instead of and then they didn't realize, oh shit, her mama black. Then they leave her alone. And that's what I'm saying. This is why I say to you that certain things that I had to go through, she sat there and watched. She's not the only black biracial. She has brothers and sisters that come from the loins of her father. I mean, not the loins, but that got the same daddies. But guess what? The ones that was getting targeted was the little girls, was the daughters. And they had to be gangster about it. A lot of us black mamas raised our daughters a certain way. We were single mothers. And they had to be gangster about it.
They
Listen,
didn't
if y'all can
understand
hit
why
the
I
like
turned down.
and subscribe button,
That's
I
why
would really appreciate it if you can hit the like and subscribe. Please hit the like and subscribe.
They didn't understand why I could turn down $10 million either.
I'm not saying that. This is my thing is, if we're all black people, right?
Black women, I want to know what
I've
black
seen
woman can give birth to a
women
white baby.
Hold on. I've seen white women have biracial. And the
That's
thing
fine,
is,
but
those
that's still
kids,
baby, still white
but
first.
listen, Tejon, they're never considered biracial. They're always considered black.
And it was
when
incorrect.
I see these people
incorrect
grow up, they never say, oh, they know they are always on the black side.
Okay,
so
but that's
I'm
incorrect
sick of this
though.
biracial shit.
People can
I'm
just
sick
be
of it.
incorrect, just like the father carries the seed. That's been incorrect for years. People have been lied to for a long time. But that white woman don't give birth to black babies, period. Never in history. But now I'm going to tell you this. You want to put that on there because you want to say the father carries the seed. And now that you know that the father do not carry the seed, the woman, indeed, that child is white first. Look at Zaza Ali. Everything come out of her mouth is victimization. Yes, her father's black and her mama's white. Yes, Tariq Nasheed's wife, mama's white and black. But guess what? Everything that they go by is through the white side. Every time. And when she gets in her defense mode, it's y'all mad because my mama's white. That's fine. But look at Michi X. She's totally different. Nobody looks at her as a black. Nobody that I know, mostly black men, look at her as a black woman because they hate the fact that her mother had a baby by a Polish man. Okay, and she says she's a black biracial. She's black and she's biracial. I said, shit, you black biracial, Michi. Everything she does comes from her mitochondrial DNA. Says she's black from her mama and everything else.
I just want to say this. I only have 2 more minutes to be here because I have an appointment. I love y'all. Anybody, y'all want to have closing remarks?
No, I don't have no closing remarks. I just want to say love y'all.
Love y'all. Bye.
Love you too, honey.
This
Love
was
you
fun.
too,
Thanks for
John.
inviting me up.
Love
Have
you
a good
too, Black
evening,
Dahlia.
lady.
No, you guys can say. I want you guys to say what you mean. Say something. You guys have a few minutes.
I'm not here to, like, everybody's trying to make a mockery down in the chat. I'm not even looking at it. I see what you keep popping up and stuff. Motherfuckers don't like me anyways. That's why they be talking shit. But like, it just doesn't make, like, I just wish that black people could see the ignorance that a lot of us have from this public fool system, that we can't even understand the difference between culture and race. And we're calling people delusional. Like, it is a respect factor for other black women, for my daughter to understand that she is not the same as me, but she indeed too is a black woman, just a different kind of black woman. That's all I'm doing.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that. St. John? Well, I will say this, that I want to thank everybody who came by. I love you guys and respect you guys. I thank you so much for coming through. It took a total different turn from the subject. The subject was how I'm just really feeling about these men pretending like women want to be or need to be their slaves slash mistresses, right? Not actual white wives or partners. So that's where I was coming from. But it just took a different toll for me. So I'm over it. But I want to appreciate everybody who came up. Thank you so much, guys. Oh, I'm sorry, I was on mute. I want to thank everybody who came up. Oh, wow. I love you guys. Thank you guys. Bye bye.